Now, the bizarre thing is that OBS actually lies to me. So I don't know how much of this has actually been in. Actually, maybe OBS isn't lying to me. Maybe I'm just stupid. Because it looks as if I'm not live until it says it's green. Like, it has this grey square, and then when it goes green, that indicates to me that I'm live. But it seems that it's live as soon as I hit that frickin' stream button, because you've seen at the start of every stream that I'm just sort of sitting here on my computer for the first 3 or 4 seconds. And that's just me trying to make sure that I'm not talking too early, but I think OBS is just tricking me at this point. Now, you're going to have to excuse me because just at the start of this stream here, I need to work out something with my syncing. You have to understand that it's very annoying to try and fix this syncing issue from stream to stream. It would be better if I can do it during the stream itself. It's actually really annoying because there's nothing I can really do about it unless I'm doing it during the stream, because you see OBS is doing, like, my syncing is perfectly fine when I'm not streaming, and then as soon as I'm streaming, it's like, nope, sorry, your syncing has gone out the window officially. Fucking stupid software. But anyway, I mean, it might be the software's problem, might be the hardware's problem, I don't know. For the most part, it's a pretty good bit of software, but I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so what we'll do is, that's not good at all actually, I don't like that syncing, so we're going to have to edit that. It's funny because I don't want to do this in real time, that's probably the last thing that I actually want, but, hold on. What am I doing? Once again, do bear with me, it's not something that I would normally do. It's just that eventually you get to a point where you get a little bit sick of things being out of sync. And so I just want to try and fix that here as much as I can. Take that back to 800 millisecond delay, and then we'll see if that makes a difference. It seems a little bit better. The worst thing is that I'm sitting here watching me being silent, so I can't actually see if it's syncing properly, so I have to sit here and talk just to look at it. Come on, hurry. That's actually alright. That's okay for now. I've got no idea why it's okay, you know, because I've just set it back to the settings that I've always had them on, so it seems that there's absolutely nothing that I can do. Shut up, you're probably going to spill into the microphone. Okay. Sorry about that, it's just, once again, normally I would not do that, but I just have to try and work out what's going on with the syncing here, because if it's fine in OBS when it's not streaming, and then I'm sort of fine-tuning it to that, and then it changes completely when I'm streaming, it makes it very difficult, because in the previous video in particular, I was sure to make it absolutely perfect before streaming, and then as soon as I started talking while it was streaming, just after I'd made sure it was perfect, it was not in sync. It's like, well, what do you want from me? Like, what am I supposed to do to make this sound right? It's just a complete nightmare. I fucking hate OBS. But anyway, so to start with, I need to explain to you, actually, maybe before I do that, I'll go and share this link somewhere else. One moment while I do that. I hope you guys are able to bear with me, but hold on. Here. And that'll do me. So, okay. Now, I did a few things off camera, basically, between the last video and this one. What I actually did was I got the Claymore up to Moon +2. Now, I'm pretty close to getting it to Moon +3. I'm pretty sure all I need is more souls. So I might actually do that in this video, getting it to +3. I didn't want to do too much off camera before. I wanted to actually show you what I've been doing to get the souls necessary to actually upgrade it. We're just going to go and do that right now. Essentially, I've been very good with my collection of Moonlight Stone. I got a number of chunks, and I also got a few shards, but the best thing of all is the fact that I can actually buy shards of Moonlight Stone from the once royal mistress, who is someone that I was trying to remember if she sold anything useful to me, and I could only remember that she was selling me, what are they called? Widow's Lotuses, and I just couldn't really remember anything else of use that she was selling, but no, she sells Moonlight Stone shards, which is really, really useful, because you actually need a lot of regular shards, so being able to purchase them is very useful. Pretty much, just getting the chunks is what you really should be aiming for, because you can just purchase the shards normally. So I fell a bit too far there, that's going to make things a little harder. I'm not doing too much damage to this guy, so it's all about trying to mash him to death as best I can. Then when we kill him, all of the other enemies get killed, and then we get a decent number of souls, as you can tell, and I've been hoarding some Dark Moonstone in the process. This is made possible, well, it's not made possible by this, but it's made better by this. It is the Ring of Avarice. This is pretty much the ring form of, well, hold on. No, it's basically the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring. I was going to say it was the ring form of the Symbol of Avarice, but the Symbol of Avarice was a little bit different. It also increased the drop rate for items. The Ring of Avarice does not do that in this game. So, essentially, what I've been doing is just rinsing and repeating this process to get the souls that I need. I'm probably going to do this until I get to 20,000 souls, and then at that point, I will go to the once royal mistress, but then also, no, I can't get the witch's hat yet. That's right. In the previous video, I cut things short because I wasn't able to work out how to actually get the, what's it called? Just trying to remember what it was called. It's like floor 2 key, something like that. It's the Prison of Hope floor 2, or F2, and it's like a special prison key. That's what we need to actually get into the World Tendency event location. And where we actually get that, I'd completely forgotten, but I remember it very clearly now after looking online, of course. We actually get that in the Pure White World Tendency event of World 3.2, as opposed to World 3.1. And I didn't demonstrate that before because we weren't at Pure White Tendency when we were going through 3.2. But now that we are Pure White Tendency, we can go through 3.2 and I can show you that location there. Now, I can definitely confirm that I've been able to get to Pure White Tendency just from beating the Fool's Idol. I've done it before because what I've done is I've only beaten the Fool's Idol and then I've gone to 3.2 in New Game, not New Game Plus, and I've seen that Pure White World Tendency event in action, or in effect I should say. So definitely it was just bad luck on my part when I had the World 3 Archstone quite dark instead of closer to Pure White at the beginning. So yeah, there wasn't really anything that I could have done at that point, but yeah, I did my best essentially. So what we're doing here is returning to the Archstone, and then we're going to do it one more time, and then that should be enough, maybe, for us to get what we need. I can't remember the exact number of shards that we need from this point on. It might be 7 more or 8 more. I'm just not 100% on that, so I'm going to have a look and see what we need in a moment once I have done this one more time. So unfortunately I don't have anyone watching at the moment. Obviously the notification didn't go out or something like that. Maybe just by bad luck no one came. But that's good in the end, because then less people would have seen me crapping around live with that stupid syncing issue. And I hope it's alright again now. I really don't know. It's probably since then gone out of sync. So, you know, once again, what am I to do? What can I do? I've done everything I can. I looked at that timestamp issue that I mentioned before, and I don't have any, no, sorry, time codes, not time stamps. And I looked at that and I didn't even have them in effect. So that was one thing that was, I guess, theorized as a possible issue for syncing in OBS. It's having time codes active, and I didn't have them active, so what do you do? At that point you just sort of go, well, OBS, I'll let you do what you need to do. There is another software that is used commonly by people for live streaming, so maybe I'll give that a try and see if it's better. So we'll have to look and see. I'll work that out maybe before the next video, because if I look back in this recording or through this recording and see that it's still out of sync, I'm going to probably be rather unimpressed. So yeah, I'll probably get to the point where I need to try something different, because if I'm bashing my head against the wall constantly with OBS, then, you know, it's going to get frustrating. Because you have to understand, when it's actually changing the syncing of its own accord during the live stream, like, there's nothing I can do at that point. Like, I can't exactly fix that on the fly. Alright, so we're returning to Blacksmith Ed now to double check to see what we need in terms of Moonlight Stone shards. So, believe everything's going alright with the stream at the moment. Let me just double check that. Yeah, it looks alright to me. But anyway, the claymore here is going to be our strongest weapon, pretty much, because it's a strength scaling weapon innately, so it will have reasonably high raw, but it's also going to have an A scaling in magic. And what this means is that the end attack value is going to be higher than anything else that we've got. So I do need 7 more, so I had that in my head. Should have just bought 7 and not wasted my time, but it's good to actually double check these things, I suppose. Anyway. So, as far as the whiskey, and maybe you're wondering, where's the whiskey, Doomlink? We haven't seen it since the second stream. Was it the second stream? I think so. And the reason why it's still not here is because, again, I set up my green screen and left it in the cupboard because I'm a fucking idiot. But I'm pissed off, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Martell Very Superior Old Pale Cognac in a Glencairn glass. And I have to do this because normally I would put it in my cognac brandy glass, but that is currently in the cupboard as well. It's missing in action. So what I'm going to have to do is just pour it in that and suck it up. Tough shit. So there you go. And the only difference is that with a proper cognac brandy glass, you warm it with the hand, because you put the hand underneath the glass essentially. And it's just a little bit nicer for the what's the word? Well, it's the drinking experience. Part of it is that. Then it's also a bit smoother when you have it warmed by your hand. At least if you keep it in the hand. And to be honest, I probably won't be keeping it in the hand so much because I'm doing this crazy thing called playing a video game, so it's probably not going to work out too well for me to keep a brandy glass in my hand the whole time. I actually didn't even mean to do this again now that I think about it. I just did that on autopilot while I was having a conversation with you guys. What I actually want to do is return to 3-1 to the once royal mistress and buy the moonlight shards from her. Keeping in mind that I did a lot of what you're seeing right now off camera, so you don't have to worry about me subjecting you to too much monotony, because I can assure you there was a lot more of this going on off camera. So, yeah. Anyway. Not quite what I wanted, you know, pouring cognac into a whiskey glass, but a glass is a glass. It's better than putting it in some tumbler or something. Anyway, imagine putting it in a tumbler, fucking hell. Okay, so let's head to 3-1. We're not getting it started just yet. We'll be, once again, needing to return to 3-2 before we can actually get the 3-cornered hat, because we need to go and pick up that key in that World Tendency event area. So, definitely things did not go quite as smoothly as I was wanting to when it came to this archstone and what I needed to do in it. Because, as I said before, generally you're luckier with the World Tendency of this area, but I was not lucky, so unfortunately I had to do the entire archstone before I could make any headway in that objective of mine. Which was a bit annoying, but anyway. So, we will continue pretty much into this side area where the Cthulhus are, and then it'll just be outside of that, as you're about to see. Or the vendor will be just outside of that, to be more specific. Might bring the microphone a little bit closer. That made no fucking difference, but anyway. It makes me feel a little better, so maybe that's all I needed in the end. Let's kill you. I'm not really in the mood for your crap. I'll go melee with you at the end. It's always good to pick up the spice from these guys. It just saves you a little bit of souls. I mean, anyway, you can see I've opened this gate before, or the door, I should say, the jail cell door. It was closed before, but it doesn't require a key to open it, so no matter what you're doing, you can access this once royal mistress lady. So we need 7 of these. Unfortunately, it was a good thing, actually, that we went and got those fucking souls, because I would have been short otherwise. And by went and got those souls, I mean, you know, returning to 4-2 to do that soul farming run. Without actually intending on doing that, but it worked out in our favour. I probably had some stuff to consume. No, I don't actually. I didn't have any fucking souls to consume at all, so I would have been in the shit at that point. So actually, I very much did the right thing. I saved myself a lot of time when initially I thought that I'd wasted some time. Why Japanese, Ethan asks. The reason why is because I've played this game so many times that the idea of playing it in Japanese is actually really interesting and kind of fun. And it also serves as a demonstration of the fact that I'm pretty on top of what I'm doing in the game. Because the most confusing thing possible would be putting a game like this in front of a person who doesn't read Japanese. They're not going to know what's going on at all. But the point is, I know the names of all the items, and I can get through the game nice and easily. So it's both a presentation of my knowledge in the game, and also just a little bit of enjoyment for me, because seeing Japanese all over the place is just, it's a way of, I guess, varying the experience for me, because it's just, you have to understand, playing the exact same game so many times does get a little bit monotonous. Not really, not for me, but the overall point is that if I can have something completely different, like having it in a completely different language, it's fresh and new for me, and I enjoy that. But I will mention that after this build, and I'm not going to go into New Game Plus with this build immediately, I'll do it at a later date, but I will go to the Asian English version, the Chinese version, and that will be in English, just a different translation to the Atlas and European English translations, so yeah. At least it'll be in English for you guys, but I'll be doing 4 characters in the Japanese version, of course. I'll be doing 4 characters in all of the game versions, all the different ones, but I'm not going to stick to the Japanese version entirely. I'm going to try and vary it up a little bit, because I also like being able to read what's on the fucking screen. If I really wanted to, I could take this to +4. Am I going to do that? I think I'm going to do that. It's worth the time allocation. I'm actually really surprised that I had just the right number of chunks here, because, and it's nicer that I'm doing this on camera, because it would be kind of weird to go from having a completely unupgraded claymore to having a moon claymore +4. You know, that's a lot of stuff to have been done off camera, so nice flex. No, it's not. I mean, I guess it's a flex, but it was just like a side benefit to it, really. In the end, what I wanted to do was show you guys all of the different versions of the game that I owned, and I thought, well, I don't own the Japanese version, so let's go and do that. And then I also thought, well, it would be fun to play, and on top of that, as well as that, how many people not only are playing Demon Souls, but how many of them are playing the fucking Japanese version? You know, not many people. And there's also a nice thought for me, which is, this game is the very, very first Demon Souls that ever existed. There is no game before this. Everything that you're seeing right here was the very first iteration of anything to do with this game, and that's kind of special to me. I mean, I know they've had patches and things like that, but if anything's different in any way, or at the very least anything that is the same, I can confirm that it was that way in the original version of the game. So yeah, it's nice in that way. But I don't think that there was anything wildly different from version to version. So, anyway. Now, what I'm probably going to do is keep the Ring of Avarice equipped. Equipped? No, that's not how you speak English, Doomlink. Please try again. We're going to keep the Ring of Avarice equipped, because I don't really have anything else needed for the ring slot. I'm trying to remember, and this is my level of stupidity, and this is also what happens when you've played too many Souls games. I'm trying to remember if there is a ring of magical sharpness in this game. I don't think there is, but there might be. So I'm probably going to equip that in there if there is such a ring. Alternatively, I could equip something else, maybe the Eternal Warrior's ring, something a bit nicer, but for now the Ring of Avarice is a good ring to have in there. There's nothing wrong with getting more souls from enemies, of course, if you can afford it. It's just some armor sets do rely on 2 ring slots. Mine is not relying on any, to be honest, because both of these are just... they're both quality of life. I mean, this one's really useful for leveling up more, which is, you know, who's going to complain about that? But this one's quality of life. This just means that... this is the Thief's Ring for those who can't read Japanese and don't know anything about the game. Still, even after having watched the previous recordings. But, yeah, that basically makes it so that all the enemies are going to be super docile, and it's basically Demon Souls easy mode. I will definitely be taking off the Thief's Ring once I'm a bit more used to this game. But for now, definitely, while I'm just getting back into the swing of things, it's a useful thing to have. So, and as I said, quality of life. You're not getting... you know, emotion, you just get destroyed by them, because this is the funny thing. Some people think that Demon Souls is this really easy game when they play through it, when they've been through other Souls games, but what they actually should be doing is taking off the Thief's Ring, because the Thief's Ring, I mean, what's a good comparison that I can make? It's like using the auto guard talisman in a Monster Hunter game. It's like, don't use the auto guard talisman, you know, you're not going to get better at the game that way. In fact, what you should be doing is taking that off and experiencing the game as it should be, which is not having, you know, your arse wiped for you, which is what the auto guard talisman is about. But, I mean, it's probably less extreme in this game. I mean, the Thief's Ring isn't going that far. It's not like automatically shielding enemies, but the point is that it's easy mode when you have it equipped. So, once you unequip it, then you'll be able to experience the game. It's like having the auto guard talisman equipped and going, oh, the game's so easy, everything's being blocked for me. It's like, well, yeah, because you have the auto guard talisman on. It's like, take that off and you'll see a different game completely. It's the same with the Thief's Ring. It's a weird comparison, but I do it for the people who maybe are a bit more focused on Monster Hunter rather than the Souls series, but anyway. Anyway. I think I said anyway twice, didn't I? What can you do? It's called language filler. I'd prefer not to speak filler language, but it's something of this era. And just a funny side conversation, I like watching old interviews because there is no filler language, and I sort of look back at my own style of speech and think, you know, I wish I didn't have that ingrained in me to have that filler speech. Words like... but I try to use better filler words like essentially. You know, essentially is a bit of a better filler word than, I don't know. I can't even think of an example, but the point is that there are good filler words and bad filler words, and I'd say essentially is one of the better ones. But anyway, the idea is that it just keeps the discussion flowing, or keeps the words flowing, and it's good. And obviously, as a commentator, because I have been doing this for a long time, and the funny thing is, well, I'll finish that point before I go into the tangent, which I was about to go off on. I have a bad habit of doing that. But yeah, because I've been recording videos for so long, it's sort of deeply ingrained within me. And then to go off on the tangent, having said that, I have, like, different eras of understanding and, I guess, protocol when it comes to Let's Playing. What do I mean by different eras? That's a weird way to refer to that. What I mean is that, like, how I was between 2009 and 2010 was a completely different point of progression for me than, say, 2012 to 2014 when making videos. Completely different. Because by the time I resumed recording in 2012, I'd kind of lost the recording know-how that I had developed in 2009 and 2010. So I was actually much better with commentaries in 2010 than I was in 2012, is what I'm trying to tell you. And in the process of relearning what's best to do, a completely different style of commentary arises. And then I didn't record too much during the second period of time, the second era, and I didn't really progress too much, but I did progress in one way or another. And then by the time I started properly recording again in 2015, I was recording a bit in 2014, but not too much. But in 2015, I was sort of out of it again, like I just needed to get back into the groove of things. And so the current era is what I've developed more or less from 2015. The only things that really remain the same are, I guess, philosophies like if I'm playing the game I'm going to perform worse, things like that. You know, those have always remained the same, because obviously when you're spending the time doing the commentary and all of that, you don't perform as well as you could be. But yeah, however, that being said, well, I like to speak in that way. It's more comfortable to me. It's funny, when people see how I write online, people think I'm full of shit, but then they realise I actually talk like that, so if they realise that that's how I actually talked, maybe they would have... Not all people think that. It's mainly the people who have less of a clue who think I'm full of shit. I generally get that in online games that are aimed towards people who perhaps are not of as advanced age as you might want to interact with. I'm getting a text, don't mind me. I'm a kid of the technological era, so I'm getting distracted by my phone. I'm squashing these dudes. You mean the enemies that I'm fighting in the game? They're just for, I guess, soul farming. But I still haven't properly gone through World 4-2, and I won't be going through there until a little while later. I don't think I'll be doing it in this video, we'll have to see. Because I think the time that it's going to take for me to do everything that I want to do in this video, at least in this video, will probably take maybe an hour and a half, but we'll see. Maybe I'll be able to fit in some more stuff. I'd say I want to stream a little bit longer today, maybe closer to the 3-hour mark, which is going to test my stomach because I haven't eaten today, but that's alright. Typical Doomlink, not eating and drinking cognac. Good idea, Doomlink. God, he's such a smart one. Anyway, don't worry about me. What was I going to say? Yeah, so we only need 8 more Moonlight Stone, and we should have enough money to do that. Oh, can you not? Did you see that? He did not even need to look to see where I was. He just immediately fired that in, as if he knew where I was, this guy. What an asshole. Anyway, I'm going two-handed because I just want to deal with these enemies nice and fast. If I wanted to have a bit more enjoyable combat, I'd probably make use of my shield, but I'm not really focused on that right now. I can buy exactly 8. And 2,400 souls should be enough to... A little black dot on my screen middle right. One moment. Hold on. Maybe I'll need to go somewhere lighter to be able to see it. A black dot on my screen. I think it might be on your screen, Ethan. Not to be... not to troll you, but I think it is on your screen. I'm not seeing it. Little black dot... Oh, I see it. Yes, I see it. I'll trust you from now on. All that is my backdrop being stupid. Wrong way. There we go. That should fix it. We'll make sure there's nothing on the other corner. Thank you for that, Ethan. No, I think it's on your screen, Ethan. God, I'm an asshole. Anyway, no, I just couldn't see it. It was very difficult for me to see. But anyway. I was thinking that if it was anything, it was going to be that. But anyway. It's just the backdrop coming into the frame a little bit. Because I have these black outlines around the backdrop, you see, so what ends up happening is that sort of cuts into the frame a little bit, so yeah. It's always good to make sure that that's not in the frickin' shot, because it does, I guess. It does bother me as well when I see that crap, so definitely I would not have picked that up unless you mentioned it. Trust gained 100, yeah, exactly, because the thing is, like, if I don't have people that I'm interacting with in the stream, it makes it a lot harder to make changes to anything that is not perfect. So if there's a syncing issue, you guys let me know. If there's like a dot on my screen, I know, whereas otherwise I would have no idea. So I'd be looking back at this 3-hour long stream that has this fucking dot on the screen. It would annoy me so much. So what we're going to do is return to Blacksmith Ed, and now we will be done with the backtracking and the soul farming and all of that. I do prefer to do that stuff off camera, and I did do about 50% of what I just did now off camera, because I needed to level up my Claymore to +6 in the regular path, and then get it to +2 through Moonlight Stone, or the Moon Path as it's referred to. That's why I accidentally refer to it or have done so in the past, refer to it as Moonstone. It's because the path is actually just called Moon, not Moonlight. But the stone itself is called Moonlight Stone, so that's just worth mentioning. Anyway, so now we can take it to +4, which makes this not only our highest level of infused weapon, but also the strongest. So it would probably be the strongest at +3 even. In fact it was, but you can see the difference in damage here is a bit frightening. So with the Crescent Uchigatana +3 we have 276 end damage. With this one we have, you know, almost 100 more than that. Not quite, but we're getting there. Point is that this thing is, it was always going to be our strongest weapon, but I will use it for now, why not? Basically it's a matter of the slower attacking weapon having more damage, that's what it is. So let's just compare the time it takes to get an attack out here. Just do 3 attacks with that, and then we'll do 3 attacks with this. I mean, you can tell that the Uchigatana is a lot faster, but hopefully the Uchigatana is fast enough to sort of make up for that lack of damage. That's what I'm hoping. But yeah, not all magic builds will use strength in the way that I'm using it. You know, 20 strength in a magic build is not as common because people prefer to put all the points they can into intelligence and magic, and I will be doing that from now on. Let me just double check to see if I've got the dexterity that I need. I need 1 more point in dexterity to be able to use the Phosphorescent Pole. So I will keep that in mind, try to level that up as soon as possible. Let me just make sure that I'm still pure white in the Tower of Latria. Yes, I am. Thank fuck for that. It looks pure white to me. Yes. If it's not, there will be tears shed. I know that the World Tendency event of World 3.1 does remain open, even after you drop down from pure white, but I don't know about 3.2. I'd like to assume that it works in the same way, but maybe not. Who knows? So, we're not going to have to go too far, I don't think, for this. That's right, so all we have to do is go down into the main tower building, go off to the left, go across that bridge, and then go up another tower, and we should be able to reach that tendency event. So that should be alright. Also, I'll demonstrate this. We now have 4 of these rather than 3. That's because I leveled my magic up from 20 to 25, I believe. Is that right? Yes. And that just went and disappeared. I think it might have fired at one of those man-eaters, but or mandrakes. I don't know what to call them, really. I've called them mandrakes in the past. I don't really want to call them man-eaters because they're not quite the same as the boss. The man-eaters are a lot larger than that. And a lot more annoying, because these guys don't throw me off the fucking edge, but anyway. And I was not expecting to die in that way when I was fighting the man-eaters. I thought I was long past the stage in my Demon Souls career, if you want to call it that, where I was getting flung off the fucking edge by the man-eaters, but that was not something that I was able to avoid this time around. Sadly. But yeah, definitely. When it comes to the difficulty of the man-eaters, it's mostly like I still have a fear of it because of my previous experiences with it. And you can see that only takes 2 hits one-handed, R1, for me to kill these guys with this particular sword. When I was coming through here before, it took like 4 or 5 hits with the Uchigatana to do the same thing, so. Also, as you can see, the stamina damage that this thing does is pretty high. And once again, Flamberge over that way, don't need it. You know what, let's just pick it up. I don't want to. I feel bad for it. It's like the poor Flamberge, it's been sitting there waiting to be picked up, and then I keep passing it, and it's probably crying and all this, but anyway. Yes, I am a freak. But anyway, so I'm this spooky guy who actually thinks that swords have personalities. And not only that, in-game, not even in real life. So obviously I need to see a doctor. Please don't. Damn it. That's the worst thing you want. When it comes to homing Soul Arrow, you don't actually want it to just go straight into the fucking enemy like that. You want it to fire into them, not just collide with them point blank like that. It's not good. You could see that one of those enemies there was just flying off and doing his own thing. As I said before, that's very common. If one of those enemies starts doing that, don't even engage with their bullshit. Just be like, nah, I'm not fighting you, and move on. And you probably won't have to deal with them anymore. That's just how it is. Anyway, why use a shield? There are various different ways you can enjoy playing the game, and one way in which I enjoy it is by engaging with the shield mechanics. I actually really enjoy. That's one thing that I love about the Soul series, and it's one thing that helped me fall in love with it. It's just making use of the shield, allowing them to bounce off the shield, and then taking that moment of opportunity and turning it into a benefit for you. That's something that I've always loved, and there's something about that. It's like a balance, you know. There's a certain balance in that, and I really enjoy the way that combat goes. But definitely, you don't have to use a shield, especially when you're a fast-moving build like mine. I don't use my shield quite as much as I always do, but, well, I'm not using it as much as I could be. So, anyway, so as we continue up here, this silver thing right here, if you are not at pure white world tendency, or at the very least have not reached pure white world tendency at some point in the past, you will not have this appear. This will just be like a big chasm that you can't cross, but for some reason, you get this silver thing appearing during pure white world tendency. Let's not question it. It probably doesn't make logical sense, but that's alright. Let's continue up this nice winding staircase, which is rather thin, or narrow, I should say, not thin. So that is a key. It is floor 2. It's not even F2. It's just floor 2 or whatever. So what we're going to do, because this is an apt time for us to use it, we are going to make use of the single shard of archstone that we have. It takes us straight back to the Nexus. Now, one great thing about miracle builds is that there is a build called, not a build, sorry, there is a miracle called Evacuate. It has the exact same function as the Shard of Archstones, but it obviously doesn't really consume anything because you immediately get your magic back when you return to the Nexus, so you're technically not even consuming any magic when you use Evacuate, and obviously you're not having to spend souls on buying Shards of Archstone, so it's really, really useful. That's one thing that I love about a miracle build. You don't have to worry about Shards of Archstone. You can always return to the Nexus without any issues. But yeah, as far as a shield, I do hear from some fans of the Soul series, not all, but definitely some, that using a shield isn't necessary or fun, but I love using a shield. I absolutely love it, you know. I will always make use of a shield in some way or another. But definitely even for things like parrying, you don't actually need a shield. You can just do this, you know, and you can essentially parry a person. So actually, a shield is not necessary to parry, so I wouldn't add that to the functions of a shield, but it is nice to also be able to parry with one. Get out of my face, sir. But yeah, so I'm going to get the three-cornered hat, and then I'm going to return to the Nexus, and then I will take on World 5-1. Because I need to get the Wriggling Demon Soul to create Poison Cloud, because that is the spell that we're going to use to cheese Black Phantom Lord Rydell. And the reason why we're doing that is because he is a bastard to fight. It's not so much that he has so much damage, but that's sort of, you can deal with that, you just don't get hit, but he has so much health. So what happens is, you're spending a very long time avoiding getting hit by the guy. This is what causes you to have problems with him. Because it's all well and good to say, hey, just fight him, but don't get hit. But if you have to do that for so long because he has so much health, it becomes a real nightmare. So that's why the Black Phantoms are very annoying to fight. So I'm going to cheese him with a Poison Cloud. And I might do the same with perhaps other... Actually, can we even do that? Maybe I won't. No, I'll only do that for builds that I'm using with magic, because otherwise it's a bit annoying to go out of your way to get the magic to cast... Poison Cloud. But as you can see, here is Lord Rydell. Once we are at pure Black World tendency, he will appear out the side of his cell, standing here, I think, or at the very least here, somewhere like that, and he will be in Black Phantom form, ready to fight. So that's going to be good fun, and we'll just stand away from him from a distance, and go ahead and kill him with Poison Cloud. So there's going to be a lot of standing around, and I hope you guys can forgive me for that. It's going to be a little bit boring, but whatever. Is this the witch hat? Yes, it is. The three-cornered hat in the case of the game itself. Oh, yes. This here can be traded with Sparkly the Crow for a colourless Demon Soul. I will do that, of course, to upgrade the... what's it called? Phosphorescent Pole. I'll just see what's in the other jail cells, because I've gone and wasted my time. Well, not wasted my time, but I've spent some time getting this key, so I'll make use of it to the extent that or to the greatest extent that I can. But it does really complete the set when you've got the hat. That's the Venerable Sage's set. That is basically what you get if you kill Sage Freke. Not recommended until the very end of the game, at which time you're going into New Game Plus. So, yeah. you can see that, well, it blocks my stupid-looking face a bit, so that's one benefit to this hat. Also, will block my face a little bit in the, can you relax? Anyway, the it'll block my face a little bit in the character selection screen as well. The only problem that I have with my face is that my nose is utterly colossal. I mean, look at that. That is a monstrous nose, and I wasn't able to edit the size of it because I couldn't find that option within all the Japanese text. I mean, maybe if I tried hard enough I would have been able to find it, but I just wasn't really prepared to try that hard, I think you'll find. But anyway. Going to head up to the top, return to the Nexus, and go into World 5.1. So finally we won't be backtracking through places anymore. You'll be able to see something new again. At least for those of you who are not too familiar with the Souls series. Nothing's new for anyone who's... Or sorry, not too familiar with Demon Souls. Nothing's really new for someone who has played this game. Because generally if you've played this game, you've played through it a lot, so... At least I would like to think that's the case. Because it's a rather quick game to get through. I'm really, really dragging it out right now by building this set, but... Anyway. Or... I guess building this build. I don't really want to say building this, constructing this build, we'll say. Anyway. So, we'll get a better look at the set now. We are well and truly... Yeah, it's amazing. It really does complete the set when you've got that hat on, because the thing is, you can't really see what the set is. Is it like just some shitty robes? Like, are they just crappy robes that you probably don't want to use? Well, when you've got this witch's hat on, it really completes the image, and then you can really see what it is. It's not just some... They're not just ragged, crappy robes, they're actually like a witch's set, because you've got that hat on now, so... It looks a little better, I guess. We'll be saving Yuria the Witch soon. It's just not a high priority of mine. I also need to select well, a weapon that I want to cast a light weapon on. So, we'll see. Still need to work that out. I'll work that out probably before the end. And I'll probably cast light weapon to use on King Allant, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. That's not where I want to go. I want to go to World 5. As there... Actually, we'll put a few things away. Maybe there are some things that we can put away before we go in. Put away 13 Dark Moonstone. Just casually getting that from the Reaper guy. Put away the Flamberge, don't need that. Is there anything else? Yeah, I'll put away this stuff. Actually, the official's cap I could have stood to keep in my inventory, but whatever, let's just do that. Let's say whatever a few more times, why don't we? So, we will head into World 5.1 and enjoy the Valley of Defilement, which is a very apt name for this location. You will feel rather defiled when you enter it. At the very least, your character will feel quite defiled because it's disgusting. It's not a very pleasant place to go through. In terms of the actual location itself, I like it. World 5, I generally say, is my favourite area, mainly because of the atmosphere of it. It's probably the most atmospheric of them all. I mean, that can be debated, it depends on your preferences maybe, but this is like a really... Oh god. But yeah, this is the precursor to Blighttown. Blighttown very much drew from this place, and I'd say they are connected in some way or another. But, you know, this is fucking gross. This whole place is gross, anyway. Especially the depraved ones, as they're called. They really are depraved. I mean, look at them. Just these creepy things. Actually, I might use the Uchikatana. I may as well make use of it whenever I don't need as much damage as the Claymore is giving me. And 5.1 is... I mean, realistically, you can go through 5.1 when you're pretty low in the soul levels. The enemies are not that strong. It's just a matter of getting... I mean, I explained this in the second recording, I think. When it comes to World 5.1, it's not so much the amount of damage the enemies are dealing to you. They don't deal too much damage at all. It's mainly to do with the fact that the actual location itself is a little bit confusing. You can get lost in there. And then you can also get pushed off the edge by the enemies. You can see I'm picking up Crescent Moongrass again. It's pretty... it's lower level. Like, if you're getting Crescent Moongrass, it's not expected that you come through here at a super high level, or at the very least they aren't intending for you to be super high level when you come through here. So, oh, that's the, I think that's it. That's the Ring of Magical Sharpness, isn't it? I think that's it. Okay, well, I'll have to confirm that online. Because as soon as I saw that, I got a big fucking flashback right there. I think that's it. Not that I can confirm, I mean, I think that's it. That's increasing... What defense is that? Is that fire defense? I don't know, it's not. It's magic defense, I think. Oh, it's a Ring of Magical Defense. That's what it is. Because, of course, as you know, there's a Ring of Magical Sharpness and Defense. Can you stop crawling after me, you creepy thing? You can go this way if you want. I'm not going to go that way. See how he just did that pushing animation? If he does that when I'm standing on the edge of something, it's going to become very annoying very quickly. But I think if I go on that other path, it takes me to the Istarel. And I don't really want to go to the Istarel, so... Can you fucking not? Stupid creature. I'm going to go and have a Soldier's Lotus in a moment. Which is going to be necessary to remove my poison. No, it's this one. Yes. So, what is it? It's... What are these two? So, I think the purple... No, the purple one is not Soldier's Lotus, I don't think. I'm trying to remember what it's called. I can't remember now. Anyway. What do you do? What do you do? When you can't read Japanese and playing a Japanese game, you suffer is what you do. Anyway. Gonna kill these enemies. There are a few in here, it's not just one. Yeah, there's one in there too. Stupid things. What we just picked up was Faint Stone, and I believe that Faint Stone is something that we get in this world in general. This is very much a miracle world in the sense that you not only pick up the Istarel, which is a miracle scaling weapon, you also pick up the large sword of Moonlight, and you also get Faint Stone, which is used for blessed infusions. So blessed weapons? Fuck. And that was, God, what's that stone called again that I just picked up? I forgot what it's called. Can you stop hopping around? You know what? He decided that the better alternative was suicide. So that's alright. Now, I can't really heal myself of poison right now, so... Unless I consume a Dark Moon Grass, which is not worth it, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah, it is worth mentioning that while you are poisoned, or at the very least, being affected by some sort of ailment, you will heal for less.
Finished, Mark?
So I think it's worth using one of these. I have them equipped because I didn't have any in my inventory. Whenever you pick up something that is new for your inventory, it will be automatically equipped. Get away from these rats, get away from them, get away from them. They will inflict plague, and it hurts. That depraved one right there. Hopefully I can pierce kill them. Yeah, there you go. I'll try and kill them from a distance here like this. Because this has decent range, this attack. Yeah, if you let these rats touch you, I mean, I let one of them touch me literally once, which was risky enough. But yeah, it's very easy to get plague build up on these guys. If I get the plague, it's going to be sad times. Because that... Actually, I do have Widow's Lotus, so actually it won't matter at all. I don't get plagued very much at all. And look at what you pick up. 1 Crescent Moon Grass. And so many people will get plagued just to get a Crescent Moon Grass. That's how you speak English. Ooh. I was hoping for a little bit more damage than that. Let's go. There we go. I was definitely at risk of falling just there, as you may or may not have seen. Oh no, this is where the Istarel is. There is like a ladder that drops down. When you're at a particular tendency, it might be pure white tendency, it must be. And you will gain access to this side area that contains the Istarel, being protected by a bunch of these giant depraved ones. The guys that we just fought there, or the single guy that we just fought there, we will have multiple giant depraved ones protecting it, and it's very annoying. Fuck, it's very hard to stay out of the way of it. I may as well just go and beat them up now. Here we go. And these guys drop... It's not Marrowstone, it's something else that they're giving me right now. I just don't know. Anyway, these Soldier's Lotuses are useful now, not so much later on, because later on, no matter what, you're going to get poisoned. It's better not to waste the... Can you not hit me? But yeah, it's better not to waste the Soldier's Lotuses, to be honest. That didn't really account for much, did it? This should work out a little better for me. I'm not doing as much damage with Homing Soul Arrow as I could be right now. It definitely does more damage later on when I've got more of them to fire at the enemies, and also when I've got more magic to have that scale. But anyway, here is the boss fog. Definitely for those of you who are more familiar with Dark Souls, for instance, will be able to draw comparisons between this and Blighttown. So you don't necessarily have to be more familiar with Dark Souls than this game to draw those comparisons, but that'll be the first thing you think of at the very least. Okay, so generally what people do with this fight is that they use fire. I should have used fire, now that I think about it. I should have brought Flame Toss or something like that, but I did not do that, because I am a very, very stupid person, which is alright. I don't even have anything to use Turpentine on, sadly, but I should still be able to handle this enemy. This is a good enemy to use the shield on, by the way. But yeah, generally not a difficult boss to fight. But it is worth mentioning that this boss can heal himself. So that's a little annoying. Okay. And that effectively gives you poison when you are covered with this shit. I'm just going to use magic on you. I couldn't really be bothered doing anything else with you. There we go. What are you doing now? Let's just heal. There we go. Didn't do as much damage with that one. See what Soul Ray's doing. No, wrong one. I could probably go melee now, can I? Late Moon Grass. You can see I'm taking a lot of damage from this enemy. I'm not fighting him very well at all, I have to tell you, but that's alright. He's healing himself, yeah. Bastard thing. At least I think he was. I'm not sure. Maybe it would have been faster had I gone melee in the beginning. I don't know. Anyway, that is the Leechmonger, is what he's called. Leechmonger's trophy. It's funny how these trophies I'm getting are, I mean, I guess they're all in English. I don't know why, but that's a good point. Like, why am I getting English trophies if it's a Japanese game? Like, anyway, I don't know. That's a good point. Because I don't really see how... Anyway, yeah, good point. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm not stuck in there. I was about to shit. Anyway, what's this? That is... What's the red stone? I've forgotten. Fuck, anyway. So, the Archstone is just over here. Pick up the Wriggling Demon Soul, which is what we need. And if we continue through there, that is going to be World 5-2, which is generally considered to be the hardest. Well, obviously the hardest place in World 5. Not a pleasant place to go, to be honest. Anyway. So, at this point, and I'm going to mention this is where things get boring, because we're going to get the Poison Cloud from Sage Freke using that Wriggling Demon Soul. And it is this one here, isn't it? No, it's this one. This is the regular, I mean, this is nothing. This is just mist. It doesn't actually do anything. This is Poison Cloud. So we're going to go and get that. And then... Actually, we'll go and equip it. Hold on. Might help. No, we want to go to this. Memorize Magic. It's funny how it's in English. We'll go and do that, and maybe Flame Toss as well if we want. Why not? Why not? Just for good measure. So just to demonstrate the magic, you can see that if we cast that, we can actually cast that even further if we want, so I'll point it up. You can watch it. It's not something you can follow, it doesn't actually fly into the air, but it does, but invisibly. Invisibly, not in a way that you can see it. But anyway, so that's going to be what we use against Black Phantom Lord Rydell. Now, how many Stones of Ephemeral Eyes do we have? 10. That's going to be enough to take this down to pure black, long story short. So we're going to go ahead and do that. This is where things get boring, as I said. What's going to happen is we will be killing ourselves repeatedly to bring it down to pure black world tendency. And it doesn't really matter what we do here because we've already completed World 3. We don't have to worry about going through any areas. Hold on, where's the first place we can fall down? Here it is. No? Shit. For once I actually want a place to fall down. I think it's here, maybe? No? Okay, well, maybe I'll go the other way and kill myself. Can you? I'm telling you, Thieves' Ring, guys. Thieves' Ring. Oh my god, it's going to take forever. Forget that. I'm not even going to bother with you. Like, I've actually just walked away from him. I'm not in the mood. Because that's, like, not doing any damage to me at all. So we're going to go to the next level, and there should be somewhere for me to fall down. The best thing about the other areas is that you can really kill yourself quite fast. In World 4 you can kill yourself really fast, in World 3 you can kill yourself really fast, but not so much here. Can you? Oh, sorry, in World 4 you can kill yourself really fast. Where is the drop-off point? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to completely forget this place, and I'm going to go back, well not back, but I'm going to instead go to World 3-2, because that's going to be a place where I can kill myself nice and fast. This is not fast, this is ridiculous. So we're going to go and do that, because no matter where we are within World 3, we will be able to drop down the tendency to pure black, obviously. Now the reason why Stones of Ephemeral Eyes are necessary is because when you die while alive, that affects the world tendency. However, it doesn't affect the world tendency if you die while you're in soul form. So therefore, to consistently bring down the tendency, you need to be alive. So every time you kill yourself, you need to use another stone, kill yourself, use a stone, kill yourself. So in the end, it does require a number of stones to do that. I'm going to do that 3 or 4 times, and I'll mention that you don't actually get an update on the world tendency until you return to the Nexus. So one mistake some people do make is killing themselves more times than they need to because they're not seeing a change in the Archstone. What they actually want to do is return to the Nexus to get an update on that. It's definitely going to require at least 4 to get it to pure black, so I'm probably going to kill myself 4 times now. And it's kind of difficult to see when it's really pure black, but anyway. What I'm going to do is actually equip them to, and by them I mean Stones of Ephemeral Eyes, to my usable items list here. I'll do that now. There we go. So as you can see, this is a lot better than trying to kill myself in World 3-1. Needless to say, really. If anything, it's the loading screens that I don't really want to sit through, but anyway. This will be the 3rd death. And I think it'll take 5 or 6 deaths. We'll see. But on the 4th, I will return to the Nexus just to get an update, because I don't want to accidentally die too many times. That would be annoying. I don't think there were any other World Tendency events that I was able to engage with, but doesn't matter anyway. It's probably not going to be useful for our build. Actually, that's going to work out really well for us, because when we go into World 3-3 to pick up chunks of Moonlight Stone from that Crystal Lizard, because we do still need some chunks of Moonlight Stone, we will have a higher drop rate, like a much higher drop rate, because we've dropped it down to pure black, so it's going to be really good. So now we will get an update on the Tower of Latria after dying 4 times. I should have to die a little bit more. Let's have a look. Yes, definitely more. So that is now at the point where it was when we started. So we've basically overridden everything that we've done since we started in 3-1, killing the bosses all the way up to the Archdemon, yes. So that's pretty much what's going on now. Making sure there's no bullshit in the corners again, no black dots. So I'll kill myself 2 more times and then check again. See, that's a much faster loading screen. I don't know why sometimes the loading screens are fast and then other times they're not. It's kind of annoying. Maybe it's because it's doing a save. Yeah, it's saving. So maybe it slows down the loading screen, I guess. Kind of annoying. So now I will double check to see what the Archstone's looking like. Hopefully more like pure black. Basically, you know when it's pure black, when it's like really, really dark. Basically black. And I've used a lot of Stones of Ephemeral Eyes here, I know. I'm going to make sure that I collect a lot more before I upgrade the Phosphorescent Pole, but anyway. That's looking pretty black. I don't actually know if that's black yet, but like pure black. But how we obviously figure that out is by heading into World 3-1 and seeing if Black Phantom Lord Rydell is there. If he is there, then we... Oh. I didn't actually pick up my souls at any point. I don't think I had many souls anyway. I hope I didn't. Because I've lost them all now. It's funny. I just completely forgot that I needed to pick up my souls while doing that shit, so... Anyway, I didn't have many souls, so that's alright. No, I did have some souls because I killed a fucking boss. I'm an idiot. I'm really stupid. I haven't been thinking straight while doing that, but anyway. Yeah, so basically in the process of killing myself, I lost the souls that I got from killing that boss, but it didn't seem like much. You won't be able to see how much it was anyway because I'm blocking the soul counter, but anyway. What do you do? What do you do? Yeah, these enemies, even at close to pure black, are not really that much stronger. They're stronger, that's pretty much how it works. They have a higher drop rate and they are stronger. So... I hope that's pure black. Hold on. Oh, maybe it's not pure black. Ooh, I don't think that's pure black. Because see the broken archstone? I reckon that's pure black. That's how I'm able to get a comparison there. Ooh, annoying. Because then I'll have to go all the way back, kill myself again, and then come all the way back. Oh, it's going to be annoying. Yeah, I don't think it's at pure black right now. We'll be able to see pretty quickly. What is that over there? Is that him? That might be Black Phantom Lord Rydell, I don't know. Is that him? What is it? No, it's just like the fucking pot, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Help me.
Yeah, okay, so we need to return. Annoying. Basically how I'm able to see that is by comparing the Tower of Latria Archstone to the broken one. And I'd love to be able to go there. What they should have done was added a DLC where you can go to that Archstone, you like repair the Archstone or something stupid like that. And that would have been nice. Have it be something to do with the character being hungry for more souls and he needs to go to more places to get them. I don't know. Not exactly a game designer, but... Well, it's not about being a game designer, you know, you write a story, I guess, but, yeah, I'm not huge on the Dark Souls, or any Souls games lore, like, I don't focus too much on the lore. It's incredible. Having said that, Vati Vidya, he used to be like, oh, well, I need to kill myself anyway, so let's do that. Let's actually do that, that's a good idea. So, imagine that. It's like, oh no, I'm about to kill myself. Oh wait, that's a good idea, let's do that. But yeah, it's funny, Vardy is just someone I used to watch casually, I guess. Not very much. And also Sunlight Blade as well. Like, that's his name, isn't it? Anyway, it's like, it's just amazing how those people were just doing videos as normal. And then the Souls series became huge, and then they became huge. It's like, anyway. Funny thing. So what we're going to do is return to the Nexus. And then, hey, unlucky. I was wondering when you were going to turn up. You've been a good viewer so far. I'm hoping the notifications have been good thus far as well. I'm assuming they have been. But, yeah, what I'm doing right now, just to give you an update, is I am going through World 3.1 to essentially bring it down to pure black world tendency. We're about to, actually, you've come at the boring time, because there we go, that's pure black. I mean, how much blacker does it get than that? You can't even see what is on the Archstone. But yeah, what we're doing here is taking World 3 to pure black, which is what we've just done. Yeah, that's good. No problems on notifications. That's, I mean, because when you mentioned hopefully YouTube will be doing the notifications properly, that's something that I want as well. And I know very well that YouTube is not always the best with that. So I'm glad that things have been going well. Anyway, we are going to go to Black Phantom Lord Rydell, who is now going to be there because it is definitely pure black. And I should have known that it wasn't pure black last time. I guess I just wanted to check because I was really concerned about accidentally using too many Stones of Ephemeral Eyes, because they are very useful. Even though I have a lot, they are still quite useful. I don't think I can reach that, can I? Or can I? No, I can. That's good. Let's pick that up and not actually drop down. May as well get some souls back. Because, as I said, I did lose them through my own stupidity before when I was killing myself to bring this back down to a darker tendency. So, when I say that you have come at the boring part, what I mean is that we're about to cheese Lord Rydell with Poison Cloud, and yeah, we're basically going to be standing here, watching him slowly but surely lose his health. I think it takes like 10 minutes. That's how much health he has. And it's going to be annoying, but anyway. Maybe towards the end I'll go and... Ooh, look at that, you are straight on me, you fucking bastard! Since it's pure black, I need to be very careful. This is going to almost kill... Ooh, that killed me. Fucking shit! It's pure black, so the enemies are a lot stronger, and the reason why I'm upset is because I just wasted a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes unnecessarily. So what I'm going to do is fucking not use another one. That is annoying. Like, really, come on. Anyway, let's kill you. As we've done many, many times before. I feel like I've returned to World 3 more than any other world so far. I would say that's the case. Obviously I'm annoyed about dying there, mainly because I've just gone and wasted a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. I still haven't gotten that, essentially, free one that you can get in the Nexus, so I feel a little bit better that way. But yeah, they still don't have that much defense, but the damage output, yeah, not to be trifled with, not at this stage. As far as dying all the time, I do apologise for that. That will not be the case as I continue on. Like, you know, through the builds, I'll be able to play better and better. I think after this build, I'll be doing a Morion Blade build, which I haven't done in a very long time. That's why I want to do one, because I don't think I've done a Morion Blade build until, well, since, like, I don't know, 8 years ago or something like that, so... Can you stop? Now die. Because had I actually been hit by that, it would have been a big problem. Now, as far as this guy... Shit. So let's see how far he will actually chase us. He's going to chase us quite a distance, this fellow. Okay, now he walks back. So what I want to do is try to not piss him off, but also inflict poison on him. I can't remember how I did it before. There we go, we've poisoned him. Now what I used to do, actually, you know what I can probably do? I can probably get away with casting it without pissing him off. So as you can see, this is going to take a while. This gives you an idea for the amount of health that he has. We've currently dealt 140. You can see only a little sliver of his health is gone. So you would need to hit him a number of times. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stand here. Fucking bastard. Go away. I just don't want to fight him because he's so strong. This poison will last until maybe a quarter of his health is gone. But yeah. And then obviously, it's going to be very, very annoying if we fail this in any way. Is the phosphorescent pole worth this crap? Not really. It's not the best weapon, to be honest, but anyway. Now, I think if I aim it up... Come on! I think he's pissed off or something, now that he's taking damage, I don't know. Look, I just have a memory of not actually needing to crap around like this with him. I'd just be able to stand in one place and then just cast it and he wouldn't have a problem with it. Anyway. If you can see that health, seems pretty visible to me. Yeah, he's lost a decent amount of it. Almost at a quarter. So if I can stand here and cast it, that should be alright. Or not! But as you can see, this is not a good arena to fight him either. Like, you've got very limited space, so... Look, even if I am constantly aggroing him, it's alright. It's just I'd like to stand in one place and just chill out while I wait for him to die. Don't you come. Alright, I'll just stand here. That'll do me. So, we will drop his health back a bit further. And we will just relax. I said that it would last until his health was down by about a quarter, but by the looks of it, it's going to be closer to half. Because we've done, I think, maybe even more than a third of his health right now. So this is what I want. I want to just sort of sit here and relax. There we go. Now, he doesn't heal in any way, fortunately. Is that reaching him? Don't think it is. We'll cast it higher up. That's not working. Alright. No. Just come over here and walk into it, mate. There we go. It immediately affects him. Immediately. So we've almost got him down to half. Of course we have to listen to this guy go... It's like, shut up, I'm going to kill you because you're annoying me. It's like, I know you're having a tough life, but... I have things to do, and I don't need to listen to you go. It's quite annoying. I'll watch him from here. I'll just relax. And yeah. Yeah, he's a real bastard. I think you can tell that. Well, to get him to the health that he is at now, that's 1,000 damage. So 1,000 damage, and he is at about half, and he does a shitload of damage. Now, the difficult thing with him is that, obviously, like, you can try and avoid being hit, but you can only do that for so long, because he has so much health, so you're basically hitting him for a really, really long time, while also trying not to get hit, because it's just a complete nightmare. And to be honest, if you're trying to get the phosphorescent pole, then you're obviously doing a magic build, because this weapon is Not even that great with a magic build. It's pretty good. It's just not as good as other weapons. But if you're getting this, then you're using a magic build. So just cheese him with Poison Cloud. It's fine. Toxic Cloud is better, but this is easier to get. I don't have to go through as much of World 5 to do it. I don't know how many souls he's going to give me when he dies, but I still have the Ring of Avarice equipped, don't I? Yeah. Okay. He's not going to die with this Poison Cloud. He will die not long after, though. Keeping in mind that I will not be meleeing him to death, I'm too scared to have it all come to nothing, because, like, I would do that if we're doing a Let's Play where I could just speed up the health being taken away like this, but not in this situation, where I have to actually sit here on stream doing nothing, watching it in real time. Like, that's annoying. In the Let's Plays, in my magic build anyway, that Let's Play, I just sped it up. It's no problem, you know, I can sit here and do that. I'll do something else to entertain me during the time, but anyway, here I am, just doing nothing while this guy slowly dies. Yes, it is a cheesy way to kill him, but I can tell you it's like, when you try to kill him legitimately, you'll want to be doing this too. Let's recast our magic. There we go. Get away from me, sir. He does leash at one point, but... Can you go away, please? You're scaring me. Okay, well, I made a mistake. I should have gone a bit further away from him than I did. Can you stop? He's scaring me. I don't want to do this. Okay, has he leashed? He's leashed. He's fucking chasing me, this guy. So let's just try to watch his health as much as we can. So he's just going to casually walk back and then die. He doesn't seem too concerned that he's about to die. Maybe he just doesn't know. He's about to die. I want to see him die. No, no, no. He's going to die without me seeing it. There he is. Goodbye, Black Phantom Lord Rydell. And that is the Phosphorescent Pole. So we don't have a Shard of Archstone to return to the beginning, unfortunately, but that's alright. We've done it many times before. We can just manually go back. That's fine. And then I will get the free... what is it called? Stone of Ephemeral Eyes that I can get in the Nexus to make myself feel a little bit better about having wasted one through dying in this area at full health again, more than I needed to. So, yeah. So basically, yes, I think he was about to chase me through the entire area. His leash point, he doesn't seem to have a leash point. Instead, it's distance-based. So once I have distanced myself enough from him, he will leave me alone. But if I stay in close range with him, I think he'll just follow me through the entire fucking area, which is a bit scary, but anyway. Anyway, yeah, I'm glad that I worked out that there wasn't a leash point. So the Phosphorescent Pole is, once again, not the best magic weapon. It's going to be our weakest out of all of them. The Crescent Uchigatana will be better than it, and of course the Moon Claymore is better than the Uchigatana that we have. So, and also an update, we do have this at +4 Moon now, so you can see that it has AC scaling in magic and deals a decent amount of magic damage and all of that. It is currently our best weapon. So, Phosphorescent Pole, we need one more point in dexterity to actually use it, so let's go ahead and put that point into dexterity now. I don't have enough souls. need about 3,000 more, something like that. So maybe we'll get that by consuming these. I don't know, probably not. I'll get the Stone of Ephemeral Eyes soon. I was about to say the Soul of Ephemeral Eyes. Now that doesn't exist, Doomlink. What are you talking about? I don't think I'm going to get the souls I need. That's alright. I'll probably do another quick round of soul farming in World 4 2. That might be enough. It is enough. Only just. Alright, so we're going to take that to 16, and now we can use... Excuse me. Now we can use the Phosphorescent Pole. And this is it here. It has the typical halberd moveset. Is it of greater range? I don't know. But yeah. You can see that the three weapons that we have, they have very different movesets. So this one is the typical great sword moveset. This is the fast moving sword set. Oh, moveset, sorry. And then this is the halberd moveset. So that's pretty much what you want ideally in any build. Variation. Otherwise it gets a bit boring, obviously. So now that we have the Phosphorescent Pole, we can go and level it up once, except that I don't have any souls. So how about now? Before we do anything, we'll just go and get some souls, because I don't have any. And we'll go to 4-2 and collect those now. I'm not actually going to go all the way through 4-2, but yeah. Anyway. I don't want to do this again because I've done this many times. I did it a lot off camera and I did it a lot on camera as well to get the Claymore +4 to where it, well, the Moon Claymore +4, which also required the Claymore +6 in the regular path to even get it to Moon at all. So, yeah, I needed a lot of souls for that. There we go, I'm able to kill him in one length of my stamina bar with this weapon. With the Uchigatana, I need to wait to get my stamina back to continue attacking him, so yeah. That's good. So, 5,600 souls should be enough to get back. Well, not get back, what am I talking about? It should be enough to be able to level up the Phosphorescent Pole once using a colourless demon soul. Now, what I should have done is gotten the colourless demon in World 3. I'm an idiot. While I was taking down the... Oh, whatever. While I was taking down the World Tendency, I should have gone and killed the Primeval Demon of World 3, but whatever, that's my stupidity. I'll just have to suffer as a result of that. I'll have to see. I don't believe that I can see if I can access Executioner Meralda's area, because Executioner Meralda's area is very good in the sense that you have access to a colourless demon soul. So, we'll see if that's around. Yurt the Silent Chief. I think he is currently in the Nexus now, because we didn't actually kill him. We rescued him and didn't kill him, so now he should be in the Nexus, kind of close to where Mephistopheles hangs around. And I would say that Mephistopheles is now in the Nexus. I haven't gone and confirmed that, but I would say that he is. And Mephistopheles, for those who are not aware, is a person that we can go to basically make deals with him. Or her, it's a her, I think. Yeah, that's blocked. So we need to kill King Allant to at least get a chance of getting in there. And I think if we kill King Allant, we might be able to get to Pure White. But you can see we're pretty far off Pure White. I should have just checked to see if it was Pure White anyway. I'm an idiot. But yeah, we can basically kill NPCs for Mephistopheles to get items. So, particularly colourless demon souls, that is the most useful. It's a Pure White Tendency event, unlucky, for Executioner Meralda to appear. It's not so much making her appear, it's actually to give you access into that area, because it's like a closed door. And once you have Pure White World Tendency, you are able to enter through the door. it is just open for you. And so then you'll be able to fight Executioner Marauder. When it comes to Marauder, I am able to make use of her armor set here because it is a female-only armor set. But the biggest benefit is the colorless demon soul that is in the area that you can get to if you go down the ladder. There's also a large brushwood set. Actually, it's just the brushwood set. I'm thinking of the large brushwood shield. There is also the shield there as well. That's very good for strength builds. If you are running a strength build, definitely go into Executioner Marauder's area, regardless of whether you are female or male, because that is going to be a good set for you to get earlier on. And the large brushwood shield is one of the better shields in the game. It's the best shield for heavy shields apart from the tower shield. So definitely if you can get that in World 1-1 before you've done anything, then you're going to be pretty well off for World 1-2, needless to say. Now, what I'm going to do is, what am I doing again? I'm going to go to 4-1, that's what we're doing, and we're going to trade the gold mask with Sparkly the Crow to get a colorless demon soul. I've been to World 4-1 a number of times in this build, but anyway, let's not discuss that. Yes, there is a bit of repetition in this build, but that's just how it goes sometimes. I've been streaming for 1 hour and 25 minutes, yes. Can you stop? I mean, all I need to do is try and play a bit better, but anyway. I still need to get that Stone of Ephemeral Eyes in the Nexus, but I'll do that soon. Just going to revive myself again. I think I'm safe. Just die. So I'm one-shotting these enemies, fortunately, doing a lot of damage with this Claymore. Moon Claymore, +4. Which, as I said in the past, is not only our highest level of weapon, as far as the infusion is concerned, but it's also our strongest. Ugh, there we go, just kill them both. I still have Poison Cloud equipped. I will take that off soon. So we're going to head over this way to get to Sparkly the Crow. And this is going to be a good demonstration of how Sparkly the Crow actually works in this game. It's not a matter of you just putting down the item and you can immediately pick it up. You actually need to exit out of the character and then reload it to get the item. And it's going to be sitting in a different place to where you left the one that you wanted to trade it for. So it's actually rather interesting and probably difficult to really comprehend unless you're using a guide. Like, it's not really something that you would, unless you've got one of those guidebooks, like the Black Phantom edition or the special edition or the limited edition, whatever it was called in the Atlas version, you know what I mean. Unless you've got one of those, you probably aren't going to work out how to actually properly make use of Sparkly the Crow. But anyway, what we're going to do is drop the gold mask. Are you fucking telling me that oh my fucking god, I put it in Stockpile Thomas's bag? Fuck. Now the reason why that bothers me is because now I have to go all the way back to the start of this fucking area, go into the Nexus, take it out of Stockpile Thomas's storage, then come all the way back to Sparkly the motherfucking Crow. I'm just so not in the mood for that right now. Ugh. Come on, like, obviously if I were a bit more on the ball, I would have first confirmed that I even had the fucking thing in my inventory, but I am not on the ball at the moment, as you can tell. What do you do? What do you do? Fuck me dead. Anyway. Let's go and grab the gold mask from storage.
Hello.
I don't even know why I put it in storage, to be honest. There was no real reason for me to do that. Alright. And you know what? I'm going to go and get the official's cap as well, because I can fucking sense that I'm going to go and try and rescue Yuria the Witch. And I'm going to get there and go, oh, where's my official's cap? For fuck's sake. Anyway. You know why I went to 4-2 right now? It's because it is ingrained within me through my soul farming that I've been doing on and off camera to go to 4-2 when I go to this Archstone. I did not want to go to 4-2, I wanted to go to 4-1, thank you. Holy shit, I'm a king at wasting time, I'll tell you that much. Anyway. I am the king of wasting time. Not that I want to waste your guys' time, but... Anyway. Bior of the Twin Fangs is currently sitting in the Nexus now, and you can kill him for a colourless demon soul through Mephistopheles' little side quest thing. And I'll mention that as you do that, you will get your character tendency down to black. And character tendency and world tendency are two very different things for those who are not aware of it. I'm not really too familiar with how to get to pure white character tendency. I've forgotten in this time. But I know getting to pure black is very simple, because all you need to do is kill NPCs and you get it down to pure black. So most of the time when people use the Northern Regalia, or what is it? Is it Demon Brand or Soul Brand that scales with black character tendency? I can't remember. You would think it was Demon Brand, but it could be. Yeah, I think it's Demon Brand that scales with negative. But it would make sense. I mean, come on, it's called Demon, and then you've got Soul. It's pretty fucking obvious, but it could always be the opposite to that, because, you know, it's from software, they're trying to trick you. But, yeah, so, point of the matter is that it's very easy to actually get to negative character tendency, not so easy to get to positive. So, yeah, doing Mephistopheles' quests is a good way to not just get your character tendency down, but also get a benefit out of that. So, yeah. I'll be doing a build for that sword soon, and probably I will kill whatever his name is, Ostrava of Boletaria, to actually get the Mausoleum Key, because if you kill him, it doesn't, like, you can kill him in World 1-1 and get the Mausoleum Key and have access to that guy, who is Old King Doran, and you can just, all you need to do is attack, what am I doing? Put this on the ground, please, the gold mask. Ooh, that's not, ooh, what's the bottom option even? Pretty sure this is drop. Yes. Thank God it's drop and not discard, but anyway, so what we want to do is quit to the main menu. But what I was saying before is that you can get the Mausoleum Key, go fight Old King Doran. All you need to do is just attack him while he's standing on the spot. He won't even touch you, and he will give you Demon Brand. And then you can make use of that pretty much from the beginning. So something like a, whatever you call it, Northern Regalia build, you can actually make use of the dark character tendency before you even have both Demon Brand and Soul Brand to make the Northern Regalia. It's very important to mention that you do need the, is it the False King Soul? I think so, to do that. So we just got a colourless Demon Soul. Now this is what we need to actually upgrade the Phosphorescent Pole. The only way you can get colourless Demon Souls is by picking them up in, well, there's one that you can pick up in Execution Meralda's area. You can trade the gold mask for one, and as well as that, I think you can pick one up elsewhere. But for the most part, you get them from primeval demons, and it's best to do that as you're going into New Game Plus, or at the very least after you've finished an Archstone completely. You get it to a point where it is neutral. It's in between white and dark tendency. It's the neutral point. At that neutral point, you will be able to fight a primeval demon which has a very high chance of dropping a colourless demon soul, but not a 100% chance. This is something that's worth mentioning. You do not have a 100% chance of getting that colourless demon soul when you have wasted the time getting the world tendency to neutral, and that bothers me a lot. But I can't remember the last time that I was so unlucky that I didn't get a colourless demon soul, but anyway. Let's go to Blacksmith Ed and level up the Phosphorescent Pole once, which is not really going to be very interesting. It's not going to do much damage at all, even at +1, so. It's mainly because the innate damage of the weapon is quite poor. It's got a good scaling. It has S scaling by +3, I think. But it's just the actual innate damage is not good enough. Which is kind of sad. Anyway. let us go and... Oh, we need to give him the Red Hot Demon Soul, which I don't believe is currently in our inventory, is it? No. Let's go backtrack again, Doomlink. Aha! Ha! I mean, who has the patience for this? You don't. I don't. Nobody does. Yet here I am. I just completely forgot that I needed the Red Hot Demon Soul for that. And I'm going to go and bring up my list of souls to make sure that I don't have the wrong one, because then I would have to backtrack even more. So where is it? Where is my list of souls? Where are you? Did I really close that? Why would I close that? Here it is. I didn't close it, long story short. Red Hot Demon Soul is that one there. It's a very deep red. So let's go and see the list of souls in here. I think that's it. Yep, that's it. And the one below it is the Dragon Demon Soul, who we are going to give to... Well, are we going to do that? I think we can get Fireball, or we can use the Dragon Demon Soul for Fireball, which I think is through Sage Freke, not through Yuria the Witch. One moment. View usage. Dragon Demon Soul. Fireball through Sage Freke, Firestorm through Yuria the Witch, and God's Wrath through Saint Urbane. Saint Urbane? Fucking speak English, mate. Anyway, so... Firestorm is very good in certain situations. Fireball is also very good in certain situations. The idea is whether or not you want to replace Flame Toss as a ranged fire attack. Now what we want to do is just talk to this guy until we exhaust his text. So now we've exhausted his text. Yes. And now we talk to him again, and he will give us a yes or no option to give him the Red Hot Demon Soul. We want to select yes to give him that. Now we can upgrade the Phosphorescent Pole, because now with the Red Hot Demon Soul he can make use of colorless Demon Souls to upgrade weapons. So this is... Oh god, it's a D scaling right now. Fuck me dead. And the next one is a C scaling. Okay. Maybe it'll be an A scaling at +3. I was obviously wrong. Now the damage that this is doing is 213, which is the lowest out of all of them. Which is sad, but... Anyway. It's a variation to the build, what can I say? Something a little bit different. But anyway, at this point I have been streaming for about an hour and 40 minutes. So I have plenty of time to do more, basically, because I'm probably going to do a longer stream today. It's about midday here, 5 minutes past midday. I'm going to stream more. I'm going to do a bit more in this video for sure. Now, what do I want to do now? Because I have right now reached the point where I wanted to... Like, everything that I've done so far in this live stream was the minimum of what I wanted to achieve in this live stream. So at this point, I don't know what I'm doing. So I need to pretty much check where I can get colorless Demon Souls, because I am interested to see what ones that I can get without getting Primeval Demons. I have a recollection that there is one outside of Execution Emeralda's area that we can actually get, so let me just go upgrades material. Actually, no, rather than that, I'll go to the list of souls. Bosses / demon souls. So if I go to... no. Maybe... items / armor. So I think within the items you have a list of souls, maybe? No. Fuck, trying to actually... Instead, let's type into the search bar. Shut up. Colorless Demon Soul. And I think it uses the English spelling for that. Colorless Demon Soul. Please be correct. I think it uses the English. Yes. Does it? Yes, it does use the English one. Okay, so it doesn't... Come on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So, here is the list. So availability, you have a maximum of 10 per game. So you get 5 from Primeval Demons, so that means you can get another 5 without killing Primeval Demons. 1 is in Execution Marauder's area. 2 can be obtained through Sparkly the Crow. 1 of them is using a Talisman of God. So I completely forgot about that. So we can actually use a Talisman of God for that. And we have one right here that we're not going to need to use. So 2 are Assassination Quest rewards from Mephistopheles. Requires black or pure black character tendency. So before we even do Mephistopheles' quests, we need pure black character tendency. Good to know. Excuse me, by the way. I'm always getting gassy when I'm drinking, but anyway. All of the apologies. Normally I would cut it out, but I cannot because it is a live stream. So we're going to go at this point and get the Stone of Ephemeral Eyes that is hanging around at the higher levels of the Nexus here. And it is one that you can access at the very beginning, like before you even go into 1-1 you can access this really, so... I think it's not this side, but oh, there it is down there. You can see it, it's actually over there. So I think if we take some stairs going down over this way, we can access that. It's sort of like a hidden section. This section right here has 0 use to it, except to access this Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. So therefore, a lot of times people just don't go down here, because you're looking for the Monumental, right? So you just go to the top level, where it has the Monumental here. But you don't go to the second level, where it has all of those monks sitting there. But down on that level, you do have a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes, which is just sitting there. You have the place up here, which is showing all of the records for all of the people playing. But you know a sad thing? It is no longer accessible, because there is no online. Fortunately, I do have plenty of recordings showing me in that area, so that's no problem. But as far as the live stream series is concerned, I cannot show that off because you need to be online to do that. Because obviously it needs to connect to the leaderboard system, so yeah. But I'm pretty sure most of the people on that leaderboard were just hackers, you know how that goes. Or, well, not hackers, but you wouldn't say hack, but you would say cheaters. They are pretty much modders and cheaters, people who are not legitimate. Or at the very least, people who have used the soul duplication glitch to great effect. But anyway, at this point we are going to go back to Sparkly the Crow, I think. Yes, let us do that. We want to go back to World 4 because we do have the Talisman of God currently in our inventory, and I will mention that this is the one that we picked up in World 4.1. So, yeah. Because as you go into World 4.1, once you go up those stairs with the skeletons, just to the right side, very close to where you do the shortcut, is actually a Talisman of God just sitting there. So it's pretty much a free colourless demon soul. For some reason, I'd completely forgotten about its existence as a colourless demon soul trading item. Just using the Phosphorescent Pole here because why not? More Bladestone that I'm not going to need. I would say that a shield is very useful against these guys, no matter what kind of build you're running. Even if it's like a no shield, roll only build, like, just get a shield out. Like if you're actually using a roll only build, you'll be fine, but I do prefer using a shield against these guys because they flinch you out of anything that you're doing. So the best thing is to just incapacitate them for a brief moment. Not incapacitate, that's a bit of an extreme term to use, but at least have them so that they're not doing anything for that brief moment. And the fact that I was able to fully guard that attack that he did, that big leading up overhead, is a testament to the guard break reduction of this shield. And I still need to fully upgrade this thing. I need to get more chunks of hardstone, which I'll be able to get in World 1.4 later on. I'm not going to be going through 1.4 just yet. Or maybe I could go through it just to get the hardstone that I need, and then not actually fight King Alan, because obviously fighting King Alan is a thing of its own. Like, you can go through 1-4 as much as you want. It's probably not that difficult, to be honest, but fighting King Alan is just another task in and of itself. But I'm going to be able to fight him very easily. I have warding. If you have warding, then there is no problem at all. So, I can't believe I have to fight so many of you bastards. Like, who has the patience for this? I don't. You don't. Nobody does. That was funny. Of course, the classic ragdoll effect of the Souls series did begin in this game. It is just the same here. You can ragdoll the fuck out of these guys. I'm trying to pick him up on my roll. I think it was only really in Dark Souls where you could pick up an enemy that is ragdolling on the back of your heel and roll and fling them upwards. Like, that was really fun. I enjoyed doing that in Dark Souls. You can't do it in this game, I don't think. I've never done it. Or I've never succeeded in doing it anyway. Let us drop this. And as we did last time, we will quit to the title screen. And then it will appear further to the right, just on the other side of the big tree branch that is on the right side. So I need a drink of water soon, because my throat is starting to need it. Because when you basically sit here talking non-stop for 2 hours, which is, well, we're not quite there yet. We're at like 1 hour and 35 minutes when I last checked. Now it's 1 hour and 45 minutes. But, yeah, there's another colourless demon soul. Thank you, sir. But, every single time you upgrade the Phosphorescent Pole, or pretty much any colourless demon soul weapon, it will only require 1 colourless demon soul each time, because obviously, getting a single colourless demon soul is considered to be quite, like, they're rare, so at no point does the value of that increase. It's not like, for instance, Twinkling Titanite, or even Demon Titanite in the other games, where you need more and more each time you upgrade. With a colourless demon soul, you always need 1 for every single upgrade, because it is just that much of a precious upgrade material. But yeah, to go back to the throat business, it feels as if something's dislodged in there. Dislodged. No, but really, it doesn't feel great, because it has to do with the passage of air through your throat, and if too much air is passing through that throat over a period of time, it starts to hurt. And water helps soothe that a little bit. This does not help soothe it, I'll mention. But anyway. Yes, so now we can upgrade the Phosphorescent Pole one more time, and I think we'll leave it at that. Because after that point, we'll need to do colourless demon soul farming through primeval demons, and then also kill NPCs. And we're going to leave that just before we go into New Game Plus, which will be at the end of this build recording, at which time I will move on to a Morion Blade build in the Asian version of the game. So, yeah. We're coming to the end of this build in a weird way, because it's not going to take me very long at all to finish the game at this point. So, hold on, that's not what I want to do. I want to upgrade this one more time. Now we'll see how much damage we're doing with this. It is 225, which is an increase of something like 10. That is nothing. That is literally nothing. That achieved very little. This will take it to a B scaling, which will be a bit better. So from D to C, you're not getting much of an increase at all. Maybe a bit more with a C to B, but still not very good. Fucking Phosphorescent Pole. But anyway. We might actually go into World 4 now. But before I do that, I need to take care of a few things. I need to have a drink of water, I need to go to the toilet, because it has been almost 2 hours since I started recording and I haven't done any of that business, so it's good to take care of human requirements like hydration and relieving oneself. Not to offer too much information for you to swallow. But anyway, I will be back in about a minute. I will see you guys in a moment. And I have returned. Don't worry, I don't take too long to do these things. I've had a drink of water and I have dealt with natural phenomenons that humans engage with. But anyway, yeah, so as I did mention before, the build that I'll be doing after this one is the Morion Blade build, and that's going to be a very interesting build to do. And one benefit to that is that I will be doing that in the Asian English version. It's not the same English translation as the Atlas and European English version, but hey, it's going to be in English, so you'll actually be able to see what's on the fucking screen. It's no use if only I know. But anyway, I mean, some of you might know, but for those of you who are not as familiar with Demon Souls, they probably don't know what is on the screen at all times. For instance, in the top left corner, it does, no, top right corner, if I knew my left from right, it just says the Nexus, so nothing too special there, but it always says the location that you're in the top right corner there, like that. Now, I think we're going to go through World 4-2 now. We have completed the 3rd and 2nd Archstones. We've completed the first section of World 5, and the first section of World 4. And we're at the final level section of World 1. But that will probably be the last one that we go through, until I want to upgrade this shield, which is not really necessary at this time, because it currently has a guard break reduction of 71, which is really good, so we don't really need to do that right now. I think what we're going to do is equip the Claymore and go and take on 4-2. Let's go do that now. I have 14,000 souls as of this moment. Not that you can see that, you'll just have to take my word for it. I can show you in a moment. Once I come into 4-2 here, I will show you the number of souls that I have by looking at my inventory. That's how you guys are able to see it. It is just above my head here, right here. Is that right? Yes. I know how to point to that now. I just have to do this shit and you'll be able to see it. But anyway, it is 14,349. And that is a decent number of souls. By the time we finish this area, it will be even higher of a number. And then, of course, once we finish this area, we will just be going into World 4-3, which is just an Archdemon area. And in the case of World 4, it's even smaller of an Archdemon area than, say, something like World 3-3, which is just like a... World 3-3 takes a little bit longer to get to the Archdemon. With World 4, you just go straight in and you're pretty much in the boss confrontation room. It's just a very big boss confrontation room. Whereas with World 3, you've got this big corridor leading up to it. Because I have the Thief's Ring here, it's a lot easier to deal with these enemies, I will mention. If I didn't have the Thief's Ring, God, it would be harder. But, wow, can you just stop, sir? Okay, heal. Fuck, see how he's not letting me heal? This fucking dickhead. Ooh. Did you fucking see that? Now that was gold. He jumped off the edge, but then I hit him after he fell off the edge. So he sort of was in this backwards falling position while he was falling down. Like, it was like he was... Oh, that was just really funny. His body was basically bent so that it was in like an angle pointing towards me. It was just really funny. Like, that was really good. I liked that. So now we've got the gold skeletons to deal with. Shit, I need to do them. I haven't edited my magic here. That's alright. I'll just have to put up with Soul Ring. I mean, once again, my forgetfulness. Fuck, I nearly walked off the edge there. That's really bad. But yeah, that was really funny. I liked that. He just... I can't believe that I hit him while he was falling off the edge like that. Because to me, the timing was not correct for me to be able to manage that. But apparently I managed it. But anyway. As we continue on here, there will be another Reaper, who oftentimes, when you kill him, will end up falling into the boss room. So you'll have this dead Reaper in the boss room that you can actually pick up an item from. And that's the Reaper that you kill as you continue on in here. Now, there is this guy here. You can't really avoid this attack that he's doing right here. You'll just have to shield it. It's kind of annoying, but... He is bigger and stronger than the regular, I guess. I don't even know what to call them. They would have a specific name. Maybe you know, Unlucky, I don't know. But, they're like these spooky, tall creatures that are directly linked to the Reapers. And, yeah, the amount of damage that these guys do is greater than the smaller ones. Now, the Reaper is hanging around just in there, I think. Yeah, you can see his eyes. See his eyes? And you can see a little bit of his scythe as well. So let's go and kill him now. We'll end up knocking him into the other area. See how he just drops there? He drops all the way down into the boss room. That's why it took so long for us to actually get that number of souls anyway. At least I think so. I couldn't hear whether or not he had died before that point, but yeah. We'll be able to pick up whatever he dropped once we're in the boss room. And look, now we're in the French catacombs in Paris. No. Anyway, so when we come around here, we need to be very careful. I don't even think there's nothing of worth here. There are these small guys that hang around that are not in any way linked to a Reaper. And they're kind of spooky. I think they might spawn infinitely, so let's just keep away from them. Now we are very close to the end. This is like the last stretch, and I will consume some fresh spice just for good measure. Keeping in mind, of course, that magic is not really effective against these weird spirit people, because they are themselves magic, it seems. So casting something like Soul Ray, which is like pure magic, is not going to do much. I'll try to demonstrate that here. You can see that it's really not doing much damage, but I think it's worth casting here. I will mention that these guys do respawn, and one of them is going to spawn behind me from where I am right now. So that, what he just did there, is a purely physical attack, because I shielded that and took no damage at all. So that means that it's purely a physical attack. So when they're doing this big lead-up strike where they're hitting you with their hands, that is not a magic attack. That is a purely physical attack, as I mentioned before. Now, we need to mash this guy to death, because he's just around this corner, and you don't want to get beaten up by him. He is a nightmare. So, we will head down to the slugs. I mean, they have a different name. I forgot what they're called, but maybe leeches, slugs, something like that. I just call them the phosphorescent slugs. That's what they're called. That's going to explode. Let's go and pick this up. Hold on. I forgot what this even is. Oh, it's just sticky white stuff. Apparently, in this place, sticky white stuff is so special that they put it on a little pedestal. Good to know. I've got 3 viewers now. Hello, third person. I don't know who you are, but we are about to fight the boss of World 4-2 in Demon Souls. He is the old hero, and if you're using a Thief's Ring, he is going to be an easy fight. And I am currently using the Thief's Ring. Now, the soul that we just picked up from this corpse is, to my knowledge, the best soul that you can get from a non-demon. I think it's a soul of a legendary hero, something like that. And it's a very good soul as far as consuming it for... the third person's disappeared, so I guess I just wasn't entertaining enough. What can you do? No, I mean, I really don't care. Anyway, so what we want to do here is attack him and then get out. Because when you have the Thief's Ring on, you attack him once and then he will come after you just for a brief moment. But I'm far enough away from him with the Thief's Ring now that he's not going to come after me. The point of the old hero is that he is blind. And when you have the Thief's Ring, it's even easier to avoid him. When he roars like that, he's like, roar. At that moment, he will look for you through whatever senses he possesses. And if you're far enough away from him, when he's doing that, if you're far enough away from him, he will not come after you. If you have the Thief's Ring, it doesn't matter how far away from him you are, he will come after you. But with the Thief's Ring, it is distance based. So... fuck. Managed to hit me there. Hopefully he hasn't got a taste of blood. No, he doesn't. But yeah, definitely Thief's Ring hugely useful in this fight. It's not even a challenge. As you can tell. You can use some magic if you want. Oh, I don't have any MP on me. But if I stay away from him here like this, maybe he won't be... No, so I can pretty much keep out of his range and then just magic him to death if I want to. Which is a really cheesy way to fight him, but it works pretty well, as you can tell. Oh, never mind. Scratch that. You do piss him off if you keep attacking him with that magic. So that's good to know. I guess the best way to fight him is do what I'm doing right here. Oh, the movement of his sword actually displaced me there. That was quite funny. Keeping in mind that this weapon here does do more... Ooh. No, I wasn't out of his... Well, I was out of his aggro range. It's just that when he tried to attack me, he obviously didn't know where I was, so he attacked something that was completely not where I was, basically. And then we'll just... Oh, I was going to say mash him to death, but... The sword that he is using is called the Large Sword of Searching. Now... Ooh, now that I think about it... Before I go into 4-3... I need to decide whether or not I want the Large Sword of Searching, because it might be required for the Crystal Lizards. There are 2 Crystal Lizards in World 4-3, which is just beyond the fog door over here. And when you enter through that fog door, you are officially in the confrontation with the Archdemon of World 4, who is the Storm King. He's a giant ray, and he's very easy to fight. But the problem with him, or the problem with the area, is that there are 2 crystal lizards that are sort of at the end of the area, near where the Storm Ruler sword is. And generally the first time that you go in there, you'll piss off those lizards, and then you'll just go pick up the sword. You won't even bother with those lizards. But the problem is that by allowing them to disappear, you've just lost one of your limited number of chances to kill them for pure Dark Moonstone, which is what I really need right now. It's not going to be a huge problem if I do miss out on pure Dark Moonstone, but I really do want pure Dark Moonstone, you have to understand. So what I'm going to do... Can you fucking stop that? I'm not even going to explain what I was just having problems with there. But anyway, this here is the composite bow, I believe. Yes. It's either compound or composite. I think maybe it's compound anyway. Compound bows exist in real life. Composite bows do not. Fun fact. That would have been really loud, I'm sorry, because that was right in front of the microphone. I really apologize for that. That probably blew your fucking eardrums out. And I have no way of knowing that, but considering it was right in front of the microphone, yeah, I would say so. I'm sorry. But maybe the white bow... I don't have enough strength to use that. Or, no, I do. I think I don't have enough dexterity to use it. Let me just check. No, don't fucking take that off. So what is the requirement? 24 dexterity and 30 strength. Holy fucking shit. Hold on, why does it say 30 but it's not marked in red? Oh, that's why. It's because you always two-hand a bow. So when it... Okay, this is really interesting. Now, if you have a strength requirement for a bow, it does not matter if you have an ability shortage one-handed, because you can never one-hand a bow. So the situation where with a strength requirement, the requirement is reduced when you two-hand, it's exactly the same with a bow. So what that means is that you do not want to actually get the amount of strength to use a bow that it states. All you need is enough to use it two-handed, because you always two-hand a bow. That is very useful information, by the way. I don't have enough strength to be able to use it at a 30 strength requirement, I don't think. But 24 dexterity is not something that I can manage right now. So this I can manage. The reason why I'm getting a bow in order is because I think I'm going to need one for the crystal lizards that are in that area. What is this? I don't even know what this is. Hold on. What is that deal? That's purely physical, isn't it? Okay. Maybe we'll just use these. I only have 18. Fuck. Well, what I'm going to do is kill the rays in World 4-3 with the Archdemon without making use of the Storm Ruler. And how I'm going to do that is use Soul Ray. And before I do any of that crap, I'm going to get Warding, because I think these rays might do a bit of damage to me. So, just in case, we're going to get rid of Flame Toss and Poison Cloud. No, replace that with Warding.
Bring me back.
And of course, that replaces those two spells, because Warding requires 2 slots in order to equip it. Now, I think we're ready to fight the rays in World 4-2 and just take on the boss in general. It's very important to mention as well, for those who are not aware, that the Storm Ruler, the sword that is used to kill the boss, has absolutely no stat requirements whatsoever. No strength requirements, no dexterity requirements. You can be any soul level whatsoever with any starting class and not level yourself up at all. Get to the Archdemon of World 4 and pick up the Storm Ruler and use it perfectly fine. That is the point. So I don't have to worry at all about the Storm Ruler not being usable. Oh yes, let's go and use these souls that we have right now. I don't want to lose these. I'm going to go and equip all of these to my equipable items list here. Oh, I have less than I thought. Anyway, and we will go and level up. As far as what I'm going to level up, I am not touching dexterity or strength anymore. 20 for strength, 16 for dexterity, that's it. After this point, I'm only going to be leveling up endurance, vitality, intelligence, and magic. Nothing else. So let's go and find the Maiden in Black, who is hanging out by the Archstone. If you ever can't find the Maiden in Black for whatever reason, go and look to see if she is at the Archstone that you were last in. She is often hanging around there. The idea being that she wants to be closest to you. when you return from the Archstone, which is very sweet. But anyway, let's take Vitality to 20. And we'll put the rest in magic. There we go. So that Vitality is going to be useful for the fight. I have a lot of full moon grass. I have 45. Holy shit. So once I'm out of late moon grass, I'm ready to go, pretty much, with full moon grass. And that's the point that I was making before. As long as you're not using too much grass, by the time you move to the next level, you'll have plenty of that grass. So by the time I'm finished with my full moon grass, I'll have a lot of new moon grass, ideally. So, yeah. Let's go into 4-3 and get ready to start. Now, I'm currently using the... what's it called? Ring of Avarice. And that's going to be very useful for this place, because World 4-3, where we are about to go in now and fight the Archdemon of World 4, is the best soul farming area in the game for me. I would say that it is overall the best one, but maybe some people will disagree with that. I don't know if people will disagree with that. But basically, killing all of the rays in this place, and there are a lot of them, you will get a lot of souls. It must be maybe 500 per ray, and there are a lot of them. I don't even know how many. But yeah, there's a lot. I may as well play the cutscene for you. It's very bright right now. There is the Storm King in the distance. He is a giant ray, and he is spooky. Look at his face. Ugh. You don't get a true appreciation for his size until he comes down. Now, he's flying around off somewhere else for a while, and it might depend on how many rays you've killed in the area before he comes down. But when he comes down, you see how big he actually is. He is probably the biggest boss in the Souls series, at least to my knowledge. Now, he's flying off in the distance there. He's sort of shadowed, but yeah. I'm going to cast Warding and then continue to attack the rays here. And I missed that guy. One-shotting them, thank fucking Christ for that. I'm not going to be one-shotting them in New Game Plus, unfortunately, but that's alright. Kill you if I can. Damn, out of magic. It's just that the rays, a lot of them are attacking you, as you can tell. This is what kills you. It's not the individual ones that kill you. It's the fact that you've got a lot of them attacking you at the same time. I keep getting poor timing on that. I need to be better with the timing. You need to let them finish their attack animation, because their attack animation, you can see how many souls I'm getting, by the way. It's a lot. And this is not even with the Soul Sucker spell, which is also a good spell for this. I was talking about how good the range of this spell Soul Ray is, but I'm obviously overestimating it. That should hit him, come on. There we go. As long as you get his, like, tail and all that. So I'm just watching for the Storm King here. I've almost already killed these rays. It does take a bit longer in New Game Plus, but anyway. There we go. You're dead. Now he should be coming down because we've killed all of the rays in this area. Oh, that's right. We do have the crystal lizards here, so let's be careful. Just need to watch for the Storm Ruler. He's coming down. Now, at this point, you're able to see how big he is. Look at this. Now, what you want to do is stand behind here, and I got hit anyway because I'm actually stupid. But, aside from the fact that I'm stupid... okay. Let's get the bow on the go. This is what we want. Fucking shit! Fucking shit! Get there. Okay, just kill one of them. At least kill one of them. Now, what about the other one? Where is he? There he is. Get him, get him, get him. I think I've missed him. Yeah, I missed him. Fuck. Get the other one at least. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? He ran off the edge. Fucking prick. Fucking shit. I hate these things. The reason why I'm so desperate to at least get them this time is because I don't want to miss out on them. I should have just attacked the one that I caught. Fuck. Damn it. Okay, so we've just picked up the Storm Ruler. Let's go and equip that now. It's a pretty cool looking sword, but sadly it really doesn't have any use outside of this game. This is the sad part. The boss soul that you get here is used for the Morion Blade, which is good to mention. So, pretty much using this pillar is required for this fight, because without this pillar you're going to have a lot of problems with this boss. Doing the two-handed attack is best. Pretty sure you do more damage with that. It's not the most enjoyable boss in the world. The worst thing is when you're doing like New Game Plus, +2, +3 runs of this boss, it takes longer because you're using the same Storm Ruler to kill him. And to my knowledge, it is not an upgradable item. So it's always going to do the same amount of damage even as the monster's health increases over time. Or the enemy's health, whatever. We'll be able to completely block it from this angle. Please hit the face. There we go. As long as we're hitting the face, that's good. We'll be able to get 3 hits out of this pass. Get the stamina back. Come on. There we go. Maybe one more if we're lucky. Probably not. Nope. Anyway. Relatively easy boss. I have died to him before, mainly because I didn't know that this big pillar existed. I mean, I knew it existed, but I didn't make use of it because I was stupid. Or I was stupid. But, yeah, as long as you make use of this correctly, you're not going to die to this boss. It's a fairly easy boss to fight. I remember wowing my friend with this boss a long time ago. The friend of mine that I got into the Souls series back in 2012. He was a very avid gamer back then. Keeping in mind this is 2 years or so before Dark Souls 2 came out, which is when everyone was like getting into it officially. I was fortunate enough to get him into the Souls series before that bullshit started, and I played a lot of Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1 with him, and you know, he played a lot of games, this guy, and he said to me, you know, Dark Souls and Demon Souls is they are probably the best games that I've ever played. And, you know, that meant a lot to me because he played a lot of games. And, to be honest, even, like, whenever I would come over to his house and play the game for him, he didn't want to play because I was, like, a certain level better than he was. So he didn't want to, like, have me go through the areas and then he would fight the boss or something and then just lose and we'd have to do it all over again. So he just let me play. I'd always ask him, hey, do you want to play? And he's like, no, you just kill the boss. And so I'd pretty much, he would be able to assess that the game was the best game that he had ever played without really properly playing it. Like, he would get beaten up by the game and let me play it. And then he would sit there and watch me play it and he'd just go, wow, like, this is a great game. And this was both for Demon Souls and Dark Souls. But the funny thing is, the Demon Souls copy that he picked up was a real scratched disc. He got a pre-owned copy, and the sound for the Demon Souls disc that he had was fucked up. But we still had a lot of fun in Demon Souls back then, and I remember I just have a memory of him being like, "Whoa, look at the size of that boss!" when the Storm King came down. But anyway, that's it for the World 4-2 Archdemon. And at this point we need to level up. Once we've done that, we will do our best to deal with the crystal lizards of this area, which is not easy. Ideally you want to kill them both at a range with the bow. I don't want to be shooting them with the bow only to go in melee. I don't want to do that. That's really bad. But anyway. What I'm going to do before I do any of this is answer nature's call, if you don't mind. I'll be back in less than a minute. And I have returned. 3 people watching. Hello, third person. Are you going to last more than 1 minute this time, third person, or are you going to disappear again? No, I don't really care what you do. So what we're going to do is put the Storm Ruler away, because we are not going to need this again until World... No. We're not going to need it until a New Game Plus when we're in World 3-3 again. No, 4-3, not 3-3, for Christ's sake. Anyway, we also have another weapon to put away. Let's go... No. What was it saying there? It was saying something else. It wasn't saying withdraw. It was giving me a different... Receive. So instead of withdraw, it's saying receive, which is understandable, because for whatever reason, the Japanese version of the game wants to have some English as well, and they're saying receive instead of deposit. It seems that the third person did not even last 1 minute. Good job, third person. I don't really care. Okay, so let's, yeah, we put away that stuff, didn't we? There's nothing more for us to put away. Okay. At this point, we're going to level up, and the Storm Demon Soul, let us double check the usage of that, see if there's anything we really want to use it for. We can use them, we can make the Morion Blade with it, but let me see if there's anything else we can do with it. It is the Storm Demon Soul. It is the Morion Blade and Anti-Magic Field, but that is a miracle. So what we can do is actually consume that. What is this? That's the Hero Demon Soul, isn't it? Yep. Let's consume this. Hero Demon Soul is going to... Large Sword of Searching, that's right. I need to decide whether or not I want to bother making that. I really cannot decide if I want to make the Large Sword of Searching. The reason why is because I've already used so much material for things that are, like for instance my Uchikatana, my Claymore. I've already used a lot of stones for those. I don't want to have to use lots of stones to get something else to +6 to make the Large Sword of Searching as well. So what I might have to do is just ignore that. For now I'll consume the Storm Demon Soul, which is going to be a lot of souls, definitely good. Going to get magic to 30 to start with. Then we're going to get intelligence to 20. No, we can't even do that. That's alright. We're just short a few souls to do that. Now, Large Sword of Searching. Let's not do it. It's not worth it, because you know what? If we do, for whatever reason, miss out on pure Dark Moonstone, and I'd say there's like a... probably not even a 50-50 chance. I'd say there's an even better chance that we'll miss out on Dark Moonstone, pure Dark Moonstone, but anyway. Let's just give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. We'll do it now. Oh, okay. I'm just... the pressure is on, basically, is what I'm trying to tell you. I need to get the right angle. Oh, you guys are still here. Hello, everyone. Let's cast Warding, and we'll get some souls out of you. Just killing them left and right, no problems, you know. Lost a lot of health even now with Warding. Actually, I think I took a lot of damage before I put Warding on. That's not good. We want to hit you. There you go. No, wrong thing. I wanted to consume fresh spice. There we go. So once we kill all these enemies, we will take on the crystal lizards. And I really like, ugh. I'm just worried about fucking it up. That's all I'm worried about. Getting some cloudstone. This place is littered with cloudstone right now because all these guys are dying. Obviously. Let's just pick it up. I'm not going to need it, but we may as well get it for fun. Can you come over here, mate? There we go. And that's all. We'll go over here and pick this item up. I can't remember what it is. I think there's a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes hiding behind here, by the way. Let's go pick that up now. I just remembered it. That is not a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. There was one behind the Archstone. However, is it here? It's around here somewhere. Isn't it? Maybe I already picked it up. That's possible. It was like here. Yeah. I think there was a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes right there. It just flashed back into my mind. Obviously, when I picked it up, I wasn't paying attention, but anyway. We've gotten a decent number of souls after that confrontation, of course. 4 new moongrass, very nice. Now we have 18 new moongrass. So yeah, obviously once we have used all of that full moongrass, and it's going to take us a long time to do that, we will have a lot of new moongrass to make use of. Now, I need to see where both of them are. I think where I want to stand is more over here so that I have a better shot. Shit. How many arrows do I have? 16. Gonna need to buy more soon. Very soon. Now, where is the other one? Oh, I see you. I don't like that angle. Because if you move in line with that rock, I'm not going to be able to... Oh, fuck me. No, stop. Fuck. Just get him. Just get him. One of them. One of them. Alright. You'll have to be the one. Dark Moonstone chunks. Whatever. As long as I get one. As long as I don't get none. None is when you've got a problem. Hello, third viewer. You have returned again. Welcome. You're probably a different person, but welcome to the Demon Souls livestream. At the current moment in time, I'm trying to get pure Dark Moonstone from the Crystal Lizards in World 4.3, and it's making me very sad. Let's try again. Actually, before we do that, we'll buy some more arrows. Or can we do that? I don't even know what arrows we have here. It's probably not the ones we buy from here, that's for sure. We can't even buy arrows from it. No. Here we go. Hold on.
No impact.
Let's just keep using these fucking arrows. I don't care. I've got 16 of them. That'll be enough for now. One's better than none. Yeah, definitely. Definitely better than none. Because the first time I went through 4.3, when I was actually fighting the boss when he was there, I got none. And that's annoying, because every single time they disappear or fall off the cliff, whatever they do, that counts as one chance lost to actually kill any of them, so it's a fucking nightmare. From this distance, I can't hit that guy. What about the other one? Oh, it's you, Shadowclaw. Hello. Welcome back. Shadowclaw and Unlucky Too Lucky Me are the 2 repeat watchers of this live stream. I don't like that angle. Okay, let's just kill these fucking enemies first. It's worth doing it because, you know, they give me lots of souls when I kill them, so it's alright. I don't really have a huge problem with having to kill them every single time I do this because... Ooh! You fucking cunts! Excuse my French, but holy fuck. Now you know why I cast warding when I'm in here. It's just that I'm so focused on actually... let's use a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. I'm so focused on getting the Crystal Lizards that I completely forget that I do have an area full of these rays that are shooting me from a distance. So, yeah. I do forget those things. Hold on. There you go. And then you are about to die. Thank you for dying. Got that fucking awful FPS death animation right there, right in my face, blocking everything. There you go. That once again happened. These guys die very fast, but still. Oh. It's very risky for me to not have warding casted here, but I don't really care. Not right now. Shit, I'm getting flinched out of my magic here. Too far away. Are they all dead? No, I think there's like more. No, that's all of them. I could have sworn that there was one flying over in that direction that I hadn't managed to kill, but I guess not. Let's go pick up you. And I'll like glitch off the fucking wall while I'm doing it. So, here we go again. It's lizard time, everyone. It's lizard time. I'll do my best, but I have very little confidence in myself. I just need to confirm the position of the other one. Oh, I've lost my soul over there. Let's go pick that up. That's needed. Hopefully I don't piss off any lizards in the process. Alright, as you can see, 58,000 souls. Actually, you can't see. Let me show you. Right there. Yes. I've got that pointing thing down pat, like you wouldn't believe. Anyway. That's so good. You guys can't see the regular soul counter, but all I have to do is this, and now you can see it. It's like, fuck yeah, I like that. That's really funny. Anyway. Take 3. Or is it take 4? I can't remember now. With the lizards. I've pissed you off. You know, on a scale of 1 to 10 for frustration, don't you fucking fall off, you... Okay, he didn't fall off. I can get him, yes. I got him. Turn around. Okay. Look, at least as long as I get one. More chunks of Dark Moonstone. What I need right now is pure Dark Moonstone. I'm good with chunks, I'll always get chunks, but that pure Dark Moonstone is what I really need right now. Because those chunks are not going to be used to any level of avail, which is a weird way to explain that. Anyway, I'm not going to be able to make use of those chunks unless I at least get the pure Dark Moonstone that's required to upgrade the Uchigatana to +5. But even then, now that I think about it, with this number of chunks I'll be able to get the Uchigatana to +4. Let's go do that now. I'll go and put into the stockpile Thomas's thing all of the stones that I have currently collected. I do have a lot, as you can tell. I've even got some faint stone in here, so let's put that away. And pure of anything is very heavy. It's important to mention. Yeah. So if you have pure of anything, put that in stockpile Thomas's bag as soon as possible, because that's going to be weighing you down when it comes to item burden. Of course, in any other Souls game, you don't have to worry so much about how much you have in your inventory. It weighs nothing. But in this game, it's all item burden. So the point is that this is the only game where you actually need a bank system. Because in the other Souls games, hey, you can just sit in your inventory, no problem. Yes, we can upgrade you because we have a lot of shards of Dark Moonstone, because we killed a lot of those Reapers while doing the soul farming thing. No. There we go. So at this point we need 5 more chunks of Dark Moonstone and 1 pure Dark Moonstone. Which is probably not going to happen, but you know what? At +4 it's still doing a decent amount of damage. Let's compare. So we have +4 on the Claymore. The Uchigatana will do less damage, but I want to see how much less. So +4 on the Claymore. And then, so it's 323 versus 368. That's alright. That's actually pretty good. I'm pretty happy with 323 on this Uchigatana right now. And that will only increase as we boost our magic stat. So yeah, I'm really happy with that actually. No problems at all. Look, I'll continue to try. I think I'm going to put the bow strategy to bed. I don't think it's going to work for me. So what I'm going to do is just give up on that and just go melee with these stupid lizards. I had the bow strategy down pat, I think in my Let's Play of my magic build, but Anyway, obviously, I have since lost the ability to bow these fucking crystal lizards, so I'm just gonna go melee with them. With the Moon Claymore +4. And then, of course, in the process of that, we will also be killing a lot of rays and getting a lot of souls through them. But anyway. Lord Rydell appearing in the loading screen. We have killed him, or at least his Black Phantom form is dead. Fucking use the fresh spice, it's not hard. Attack him. Attack him. Attack him. I mean, are they male or female? This is the question. It's very important that we know whether they're male or female, otherwise it makes a big difference. Not actually, I'm being sarcastic. Okay. Stop it. Let's do that. Warding helps a lot with this. It saves my grass from being used unnecessarily. Didn't manage to hit you. We'll hit you. I'm hungry, FYI. I'd love to eat on stream, but I have no food to eat right now. I have to go out and get some. Just me eating on stream. Eating stream. What food does Doomlink have today? And then we'll have like a little theme song. I think that's all of them dead. It happens pretty fast in New Game. New Game Plus takes a little bit longer because of course they have more health in New Game Plus, but anyway. I think we're gonna have to go melee with these lizards. If I can get both of them melee, that would be pretty good. I'll do my best. Seriously. Ooh, I can maybe get both of them. Hold on. Go. Fuck! What about the other one? He disappears so fast, the other one. Well, they both disappear very fast. You have to be so close to them at all times and always hitting them. Pure Dark Moonstone, Pure Dark Moonstone, Pure Dark Moonstone, Chunk of Dark Moonstone. Yeah, seriously. It's pretty low chance of getting Pure Dark Moonstone with these guys, but anyway. The worst thing is that when they despawn or kill themselves, that counts as a chance lost to get them, so I'm really not happy with that. Like, I'm really unimpressed. So I mean, seriously. I don't have the patience for this, really. But here I am doing it anyway. I think the best benefit to this is that in the process of trying to get Dark Moonstone, I'm able to get a lot of souls as well, so I'll be able to level up a lot through that. Which is good. Anyway. We're warding first and foremost. Let's go. Now, had I not had warding, had I not casted warding, I would have died at that point just through getting hit by so many of them. Have some fresh spice. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's like a real luxury to be able to one-shot these guys, to be honest. Usually it takes 2. Because I'm just used to soul farming in here in New Game Plus, so. Because this is, as I have said in the past, probably the best soul farming location. You just slap on the Ring of Avarice and Soul Sucker the spell, and then just kill them all. It's pretty good. Are you the last one? Yes, you are. Prepare to die. I think the lizards are gone. Yep, looks like they're gone. Well, I think that's it for my chances of getting pure Dark Moonstone in this playthrough, guys, which is kind of sad, but hey, I did my best. I could have gotten the large sword of searching, but it's so annoying to get, especially for me now, because I just don't have the materials to make a +6 weapon to create the large sword of searching. So anyway, and I did consume the soul for... Oh no, I didn't. That's it there. Okay, well I can consume that and just go ahead and fucking... How do I say? Level up. But before I do that, I will go and see if the Crystal Lizard of 4-2 has despawned. I don't think he has. I think I might have one left on that Crystal Lizard, so we'll see. And then, once we have exhausted that Crystal Lizard of 4-2, we will be able to say with absolute certainty that we will not be getting a +5 crescent weapon in this particular new game playthrough. Maybe another time. Maybe another time. And then the benefit, of course, of 4-2 is that we'll be getting some souls when we kill this Reaper as well, so let's go kill him now. Roll too far. Die, my friend. Getting attacked by his little creepy friends as well. Stop! Fuck! Use Late Moon now. No! Use Late Moon now! I don't know if that's a reference or what, but it's just me doing a silly voice, don't worry about it. I got the scythe again. I think that's called the scythe or the sickle. It's either the scythe or the sickle. This is the second one that I've picked up now. The first one I picked up off camera while grinding him. It's just a regular halberd sort of item, not anything too special. Unfortunately, he does not drop something akin to the Great Scythe that you might be used to in the other Souls games. He does not drop such a thing, which is rather sad. So we've got the black skeleton, over here. And he does not take much damage from Soul Ray, but that's alright. We do have enough magic to kill him relatively easily with this. Oop. Soul remains. Yay. Alright. Time to go and see if this Crystal Lizard is alive. He might be, he might not be. He is alive. We do still have a slight chance to get pure Dark Moonstone. Is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? No, 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 no. No, N-O. We need the vertical attack. Oh, please. Give me Dark Moonstone, please. Or pure Dark Moonstone, more specifically. Nope. That's alright. You can see immediately whether or not it's pure Dark Moonstone based on the icon. Pure Dark Moonstone and pure Moonstone as well will be a crescent moon, like a full crescent moon. The chunks are like a half broken crescent moon, but the pure will be a full crescent moon. So we'll try again. I don't know how many more. Sorry, I keep bumping the fucking boom stand with my knee as I turn. So I apologise for that. I'm only going to have a half shot. I don't need more than that. That's not a half shot. That's not a half shot. That's like a full shot plus a bit more. For fuck's sake. Anyway. Alright. So this right in here is me confirming whether or not the Crystal Lizard of 4-2 has despawned. I don't think there's another one apart from him. I think this is the only one. I am so hungry. Like, holy fuck. I'm probably on my 7th shot of cognac and I haven't eaten today, so I'm fucking hungry. Let's go grab this Dark Moonstone again. The shards of Dark Moonstone are very useful because the thing is you need a lot for every single upgrade in the Dark Moonstone path. Or any path that is not regular. Oh, am I even going the right way? Yes, I am. I need to go to this door. Me forgetting where I need to go. Die. Black skeleton. Black skeleton. I don't know what I'm trying to get at here. Seriously. Anyway, the point is I don't want to actually fight him legitimately because that's going to hurt if he touches me, so I'm going to avoid that. Please be here still, Crystal Lizard. You are still here, Crystal Lizard. My chances of getting what I want are still existing. Pure Dark Moonstone, pure Dark Moonstone. Please give me pure Dark Moonstone. You did not give me pure Dark Moonstone. What can I do? That's alright. That was probably my last chance to get it, but... You know, if I had the large sword of searching, maybe. But even then, there was no guarantee that I was going to get it while having the large sword of searching, so... That's the only thing. I don't want to get the large sword of searching only to not get pure Dark Moonstone, and I will stress, once again, that if I fail to get Dark Moonstone, like the pure form of that, then that's okay, because +4 is still pretty good. +5 is only a little bit of an increase. It's not a huge increase. The biggest increase is from +3 to +4. Once you're at +4, you're pretty good. +5 is just a luxury that you may or may not get. I will have the luxury of +5 Moon, however, because I do have pure Moonlight Stone. For anyone who did not see in the previous video, I went to go and fight the Archdemon of 3, or just World 3, and I killed the Crystal Lizard and got pure Moonlight Stone, which was very nice. To be honest, I would have preferred pure Dark Moonstone, because a +4 Moon Claymore is going to do more damage than a +5 Crescent Falchion. Not Crescent Falchion, for fuck's sake. Crescent Uchigatana. So, I say Crescent Falchion for reasons that you're probably aware of, but anyway, I'm going to go two-handed and beat the shit out of you. Excuse me while I do that. As you can see, I have made a lot of souls. I was going to say a lot of money, but a lot of souls through all of this business. Actually, you can't see. Hey, guess what? I'm gonna watch that in the fucking playback of the stream. That entertains me so much, I'm sorry. I'm gonna fucking watch that right now. Yeah, oh, that's perfect. That's fucking perfect. Oh my god. That is perfect. Anyway, so, I have 117,274 souls. Don't fucking target away from that. You guys are probably like, well, what's so great about that? It's just so funny because all I'm doing really is just pointing above my head. Can you stop attacking me, you black skeleton? Black skeleton. But yeah, seriously, just pointing above my head like that is really funny, but yeah, it's right on target. Anyway. The delay for me and my own playback is around 4 to 5 seconds, so it's probably about the same for you guys. The Crystal Lizard has despawned. That's alright. I got some extra souls in the process of confirming that. So, I believe it is official. We are not going to be getting the Crescent Uchigatana to +5 in this particular New Game playthrough. And keeping in mind that we will not be doing a New Game Plus playthrough of this particular build until later on. Because I want to keep things varied, you see. I won't be returning to a build to do a New Game Plus or New Game Plus 2, New Game Plus 3, etc. version of that build until I feel the need to return to it because I don't have anything else to do. And that's the point. So for the first maybe 30, 40 videos of the live stream series, it will just be New Game stuff. It's not until the later parts that I'll be doing New Game Plus and New Game Plus 2 stuff, because it's all about rotating through different builds to kind of keep things varied. That's the point. Kind of crazy to think that we're already at 5 parts. It hasn't taken long to do that, or to get to that point. So now we can level up a lot of times, and we're not going to need the large sword of searching. Bye-bye, Hero Demon Soul, or Hero's Demon Soul, because we can't create any magic with that. The only two things that we can create are Anti-Magic Field, which is a miracle, and then we can also create the large sword of searching, which I just couldn't be bothered getting right now. It just takes too many materials to do that. Maybe I'll do it for New Game Plus. Maybe then it will be worth it, but for now, no. Not going to do that. Time to level up, and then once I've leveled up, maybe then I will finish the stream, maybe. I'll just have to see how I'm feeling. What time is it? Oh, it's nearly 1:20 in the afternoon. I think we might be done after this. So we'll have a look and see what we can level up. That is... what is that? Endurance, yes. Vitality, let's get you to 20 to start with. Looks better. I want to get you to 25. We've gotten another thing. And by that I mean we now have spell memory up to 4. So spell memory up to 4 means that we can now equip more stuff. So we have warding and soul ray. I will now equip maybe flame toss as well, just to accommodate any situation that has an enemy that's pretty resistant to magic but is not so resistant to flame. So we'll just do that. Actually, what I'll do is I'll swap warding for homing soul arrow. So I don't know how long I've been streaming for. It's been over 2 hours. Once again, once it passes the 2-hour mark, it stops telling me specifically how long I've been streaming for. Before it hits the 2-hour mark, it tells me in minutes how long I've been streaming, but now it's not doing that. So anyway, so what we've achieved in this video is getting the 3-cornered hat to complete our witches set, getting the phosphorescent pole and leveling that up to +2, using 2 colorless demon souls of course, and also completing the 4th world, the 4th archstone, and also leveling up a lot. So our current soul level is, if I can get that on the status, it is 68, which you can see just... no, over there. No, I can't even... anyway, you can see it. It's on the left side of the screen. But anyway, thank you, Unlucky 2 Lucky Me and Shadowclaw for watching, of course, and I will see you guys in the next live stream that I'm doing. In the next video, we will probably be moving on with either World 5 or World 1. It depends on which archstones I want to finish on. I would say probably I want to finish on the archstone right here. In fact, what I might do is I'll aim to level my Knight Shield to +10 before I continue with World 5, which means that I'll be going through World 4 a little bit just to kill the crystal lizards, get enough materials to level up to +10 with this shield, and then complete World 5, then for the finale complete World 1, and then kill King Alland, the boss, in the presence of the Old One. So anyway, catch you guys later. Thank you all for watching the stream, and I will see you either tomorrow or the day after. See you then.